Chapter 1. Dragon Ball World, Earth. In the Bun Mountain. Brother, catch it. A fish as big as a small hill broke out of the water and flew high into the sky. Then Son Goku also rushed out of the water, turned his body 360 degrees, and kicked the big fish on the back. Call out. The big fish came towards the shore like a cannonball. Oh my god! With a wail, Sun Wufei was pinned under the big fish. The big fish's mouth full of sharp teeth was less than a centimeter away from his head. Goku! How many times have I told you not to use so much force? Pushing the big fish away from his body, Sun Wufei looked at Son Goku who jumped next to him, his face full of black lines. I thought you could catch it, brother. Son Goku lowered his head and touched his two index fingers together, looking like a good kid who had done something wrong. Goku, don't be so fierce. Goku didn't mean it. Goku, you too, knew your brother was weak, but you still used so much force. A little old man came over from a distance, swinging on a long vine. After letting go, the vine spun several times in the air before landing steadily. The look he gave to Son Goku and Son Goku was full of kind and fondness. It is Son Wufei and Son Goku's grandfather, a cute old man who has been single all his life. Earth martial artist, Son Gohan. Grandpa, you're spoiling Goku too much. This will spoil him. Son Wufei was helpless, extremely helpless, very helpless. Looking at Son Goku's playful expression, then looking at the tail behind him, he sighed heavily. Son Wufei didn't know how he came to this world. When he regained consciousness, he found himself lying in a huge pit and was seriously injured. On top of him lay a little boy with a tail and a broken head. Not far from the two of them, there was a spherical flying vehicle. As a veteran Dragon Ball fan, Son Goku quickly realized that he had traveled through time and space to the world of Dragon Ball. Lying on top of him was none other than Son Goku as a child who was sent to Earth, Kakarot, a lower-ranking warrior of the Saiyan race. He became Kakarot's twin brother Castle. The two brothers were stuffed into a spacecraft and sent to Earth together, but an accident occurred during landing. Then, Son Gohan appeared, adopted them, and became their grandfather. They were named Son Goku and Son Wufei. Son Goku hit his head and lost his original memory, becoming simple-minded and kind-hearted, just like in the original work. And Son Wufei? Perhaps it was because he was seriously injured during the forced landing. After recovering, his physical fitness was no match for his twin brother Son Goku. Just like now, Goku can easily deal with the lions, tigers, big fish, and monsters in Baizai Mountain, but Wufei. It was difficult to even pick these guys up. It's basically useless. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Since you sent me to this Dragon Ball world and made me the twin brother of the protagonist Son Goku, why did you give me such a weak body? Son Wufei shouted at the night sky countless times, but it's of no use. Before crossing over to the world of Dragon Ball, Son Goku was a Chinese ancient martial arts enthusiast and doctor. Because of his experiences in his previous life, Son Goku always involuntarily associated Dragon Ball's martial arts with Chinese martial arts, and believed that Qi was a kind of true Qi. But later he found out that it was not the case at all. The people in the Dragon Ball world don't have any meridians or acupoints at all. The Qi in the Dragon Ball world is not real Qi, but a more advanced type of energy. Qi is not only present in every living organism, but also in all things in the universe. In fact, all things are made up of Qi. The cultivation in this world is very rough. As long as you keep cultivating your body, your Qi will increase dramatically, because cultivating your body is cultivating your Qi, which is cultivating your soul. But now, Son Wufei discovered that his body was leaking air. To put it simply, his body has weakened, and he is far behind his younger brother Son Goku in the practice of Qi under the same circumstances. How the hell is this going to work? In a world like Dragon Ball where combat power is paramount, having a low talent for cultivating Qi means that combat power will improve slowly. This means that they will be quickly marginalized. Do I really have to watch my younger brother Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta and the others dominate the world while I just stand by and watch? No. I don't want this kind of life. I'm a time traveler. Time travelers should have their own benefits. Where's my cheat code? Where's the system? Why is there nothing? Can you at least give me a super physique? Son Wufei dropped his feet and stamped his chest, filled with grief and indignation. Brother, why are you yelling so loudly at this time of night when you are not sleeping? No, nothing. Oh. Son Goku responded sleepily and walked out of the room. I need to pee. Well, come back to bed after you pee. Wait, pee. An idea suddenly flashed through Sun Wufi's mind, and he suddenly sat up from lying down. Today is the full moon day. Go pee now, just in case you see the moon. Goku, come back soon. Roar. A powerful and violent energy quickly expanded outside the house. Damn, it's too late. Chapter 2. This isn't the first time Goku has transformed into a giant ape. He changed once during the first month of the year when Son Gohan adopted them brothers. When a scion sees the full moon and uses the great ape, his combat power can be increased tenfold. However, Son Goku only had 2 points of combat power at the time, so 10 times is only 20 points of combat power. It wasn't difficult for Son Gohan to subdue. After that, Son Gohan warned the brothers Wufi and Goku that on the night of the full moon, a gorilla monster would appear in Baizai Mountain, and they should go to bed early and not go out. I didn't expect it to change again this time. Wufi's physical fitness is far inferior to Son Goku, but he can already sense Chi. Goku's current Chi, converted into combat power, is about 10 points, and Great Ape is 100 points. Grandpa Son Gohan only has a combat power of over 60. In the Dragon Ball world, a difference of 1.3 times in combat power can give you an overwhelming advantage. No matter how you look at it, Son Gohan can't stop Great Ape's Son Goku. What to do? Wouldn't it be possible that he would be stepped on to death by Goku not long after traveling here? Boom! While Son Goku was scratching his head anxiously, the mad giant ape Son Goku had already trampled the house and destroyed it with one foot, and the paw covered with thick black hair fell next to Son Goku. The earth is shaking. Son Wufi's scalp almost exploded, he turned around and rushed away as fast as he could. I haven't lived enough, I don't want to die. Goku, stop it. Son Gohan also rushed out and roared at the giant ape Son Goku. The answer was the giant ape Son Goku's huge foot stomping down hard. Son Gohan dodged, the ground cracked under his feet, and the whole mountain was shaking. Roar! The giant ape Son Goku violently pounded his chest a few times, and swung his huge arms towards Son Gohan. After Son Gohan dodged several times, he was still swept away and flew out, breaking several large trees. Blood flowed out from the corner of his mouth. The force was too great, he couldn't stop it. Grandpa, cut off his tail. If you cut off his tail he will be able to change back. Son Goku was watching anxiously from a distance and shouted to Son Gohan. Tail. Son Gohan's face changed, he flipped over and rushed towards the giant ape Son Goku. Dodging the attack of the giant ape Son Goku, Son Gohan rolled a few times in the air, stomped his feet hard on the ground, made a Z change of direction and rushed behind the giant ape Son Goku. With both hands, he hugged Son Goku's tail. He's going to cut it off. Just then, a huge tree swept over and hit Son Gohan hard. It's the giant ape Son Goku. He picked up a broken tree and used it as a weapon, sweeping it at Son Gohan. Puff! Son Gohan was knocked away more than 100 meters, spurting out a large mouthful of blood, and his spine was broken. Roar! The giant ape Son Goku roared again, turned his head, and focused his scarlet eyes on Son Goku. He swung his hand suddenly and threw the tree in his hand towards Sun Wukong. Sun Wufi let out a strange cry, rolled over like a lazy donkey, and a big tree fell down beside him with a bang. The dust is flying. The strong wind blew him away directly. Boom boom boom. The ground was shaking, and the giant ape Son Goku rushed towards Son Goku. What the hell? I just yelled, what a vengeance! Did I dig up your ancestral grave? Son Goku was in tears. His speed was far inferior to Great Ape's Son Goku, and he was caught up in a few seconds. He was about to be beaten into a meat patty by a punch. At this critical moment, a wave of light came from a distance and hit the giant ape Son Goku. Goku, you run away, Goku has lost his mind, you run away, the farther the better. It's Son Gohan. Son Gohan, who was lying on the ground unable to move, used up the last of his strength to launch a Kamehameha wave. Roar! The giant ape Son Goku roared in pain, and his scarlet eyes refocused on Son Gohan. Then, under Sun Wufi's horrified gaze, he jumped high, drew an arc, and fell heavily. The huge right foot stomped hard on Son Gohan. Ah! Half of Son Gohan's body was crushed, and his screams that sounded like they were not human were chilling to the bone. Grandfather! Sun Wufi's eyes were bloodshot and he started shouting. Don't worry about me. Hurry, run away. Ah! Another kick landed, and screams rang out again. Stop! Stop stop stop! Veins bulged on Sun Wufi's forehead and he roared towards the sky. There has never been a moment when he hated his own weakness as much as he does now. If he had enough power, he could stop all this. If he had enough power, Grandpa wouldn't. Grandpa's screams were getting weaker and weaker. Sun Wufi finally made up his mind, gritted his teeth, and looked towards the huge full moon in the sky. After coming to the Dragon Ball world, he never dared to look at the full moon. Because he was worried that he, Great Ape, would lose his mind in the future. But now, I can't care about so much. Only by transforming into a giant ape can he stop Goku. Otherwise, both Grandpa and himself will die. Bang! Bang! The heart began to beat violently. Sun Wufi felt a powerful energy coming from his tail and spreading throughout his body. It was as if something was broken inside his body. The body began to grow rapidly. Great Ape! A powerful force he had never felt before spread throughout his body, and Sun Wufi was surprised to find that he had not lost his mind. If this is a unique talent of a time traveler, then at this moment he discovered an even more miraculous and incredible scene. In front of him, whether it was Great Ape Goku or his seriously injured and dying grandfather Son Gohan, there was a simple light curtain above their heads. Inside the light curtain, there is a circular pattern with two symbols, plus and, on it. The color of the circular pattern on Grandpa Son Gohan is light green, while that on Giant Ape Son Goku is dark green. Sun Wufi was dumbfounded. Am I hallucinating? Chapter 3. Ah! Son Gohan's scream brought Sun Gofi back from his shock. Now is not the time to think about that. Save Grandpa first. With a hard kick of his feet, the ground cracked and Sun Wu rushed towards the giant ape Son Goku. A 360-degree side spin kick hit the giant ape Son Goku hard on the head. There was a loud bang. The giant ape Son Goku was kicked away, and his huge body scraped a deep human-shaped tunnel on the ground. It crashed into a piece of rock and sent smoke and dust all over the sky. Grandfather! Son Gohan was lying in a huge pit, with almost all the bones in his body broken. Gasping for breath. Sun Wufi felt a pain in his heart. 9 years. It has been 9 years since he came into this world. After 9 years of living together day and night, he can still vividly remember the love and care his grandfather gave him. The little old man in front of him was no longer the simple fictional character in the cartoon, but had become the closest person in his heart that he could not let go of. An uncontrollable anger suddenly surged from the bottom of Sun Wufi's heart. With a roar, Sun Wukong rushed towards Son Goku. They are all Great Ape. Although Sun Wufi's fighting ability is not as good as Son Goku has completely lost his mind at this moment and only knows how to attack savagely. I don't believe we can't take him down. Boom! Violent energy exploded, and the rubble that was pressing Son Goku flew everywhere. The giant ape Son Goku looked up to the sky and roared angrily. He grabbed a huge rock with both hands and smashed it towards Sun Wukong. Bang! Sun Wukong dodged and the boulder flew past his body and smashed into pieces on the ground. But his figure did not stop and rushed to Son Goku quickly. Squat down and jump up suddenly. A fierce sky-high punch hit the giant ape Son Goku hard on the chin. Ah! The giant ape Son Goku's huge body was knocked off the ground. After flying a few meters, Sun Wufi stretched out his hand and grabbed the opponent's tail. Ah! The muscles on his arms bulged and he swung his arms with force with a loud shout. He directly pulled the giant ape Son Goku down from the air, threw him over his shoulder 180 times, and slammed him to the ground face down. Boom! The whole mountaintop began to shake. This tail must be plucked out. Grabbing the tail with both hands, Sun Wufi gathered all his strength and pulled hard. Click! With a crisp sound, the tail was pulled off at the root. Without his tail, Son Goku's giant ape body quickly shrank back to its original form. It's finally over. With a sigh of relief, Sun Wufi also cut off his tail and returned to his original form. Looking at Son Goku, who was lying on the ground with his buttocks bare and snoring, Sun Wufi smiled bitterly. This guy was sleeping soundly and had no idea what a big noise he had just made. That's right, Grandpa. He turned around and ran quickly to Son Gohan. Looking at his grandfather covered in blood, Son Gohan's eyes turned red. Is it Wu-Fei? Son Gohan opened his eyes with difficulty. He was already on his deathbed. Grandfather. Son Wu-Fei hugged his grandfather carefully and couldn't help sobbing. I'm sorry, I should have taken action earlier. If I had taken action earlier, Grandpa, you wouldn't have. Son Gohan stretched out his hand tremblingly, touched Son Go-Fei's face with difficulty, and a kind smile appeared on his face. Go-Fei, this is not your fault. Grandpa's greatest fortune in this life is to have 2 good grandchildren, you and Goku. Don't blame Goku, he doesn't know anything. It's a pity that Grandpa can't accompany you anymore. You have been more sensible than Goku since you were little. Promise Grandpa not to tell Goku. You 2 brothers must live well. Son Gohan's energy became weaker and weaker, and finally, it disappeared completely. The light curtain pattern above his head also disappeared along with the air. Grandpa, ah! The grief-stricken screams echoed for a long time on the top of Baizai Mountain. Brother, was Grandpa trampled to death by the gorilla monster just to save us? Son Goku really had no idea what happened last night. Son Wu-Fei did not tell him the truth. Given Son Goku's simple personality, if he knew now that his grandfather was trampled to death by his great ape, he would probably suffer from psychological trauma. Grandpa said, let us live well. Son Wu-Fei pulled Son Goku and bowed 3 times to his grandfather's tombstone. We'll go hunting, eat our fill, and rebuild our house. To live well, we must first solve the problem of food and clothing. Half an hour later, a big fish and a black bear were roasted on the fire until they were golden brown. Son Wu-Fei cut the fish and bear meat into pieces and piled them in front of him. Picked up a piece of bear meat and was about to eat it. Suddenly, my whole body trembled. Because he clearly felt that the bear meat in his hand seemed to have lost all its blood and energy at once, and was sucked clean by him, turning into a residue that would definitely break and weather if he pinched it like mud. Moreover, he could clearly feel that the air absorbed from the bear meat was quietly stored in his palms. Out of nowhere, an infinite space for storing energy appeared in the palm of his hand. What's going on? Food can only be transformed into chi after being eaten, digested, and absorbed. But I have never heard of anyone being able to extract all the chi from food with just one touch. And even if you eat it, you can usually only absorb about 20% of the chi, and the rest will be wasted. I have never heard of 100% absorption. Looking up at Son Goku, Son Wu-Fei was surprised to find that the strange light curtain from last night appeared above Son Goku's head again. Could this be? Is it a golden finger? The golden finger that we have been looking forward to for 9 years has finally appeared. But what exactly is this golden finger used for? What is this strange light curtain pattern? Chapter 4. Does the spherical pattern in the light curtain represent combat power? Probably not. The spherical pattern in the light curtain above Son Goku's head is no different in size and color from that of Great Ape last night. Could it be that represents potential value? A thought flashed through his mind, and Son Wu-Fei's eyes suddenly became hot. My heartbeat started to speed up wildly. What do the end on the spherical pattern mean? Could it be that I can add or subtract potential points? Son Goku thought to himself, his heart beating faster and faster. If the end really mean adding and subtracting potential values, doesn't that mean that I can increase or decrease the potential values for anyone in front of me? In other words, can he turn an ordinary person's potential into a genius, or can he turn a genius's potential back to mediocrity? If that's true, then it's simply invincible. In the Dragon Ball world, combat power is everything to a warrior, and the strength of the potential value determines a warrior's potential for cultivating his or her chi. The Saiyan people, a fighting race, have a potential for chi cultivation that is dozens or even thousands of times greater than that of the people on Earth. Therefore, under the same training conditions, their combat effectiveness improves much faster than that of the people on Earth. Even among Saiyans, there is also a difference in their combat power at birth due to the difference in potential values. That's why there is a division among lower-level fighters, middle-level fighters, and higher-level fighters. Son Wu-Fei and Son Goku are both low-level fighters. Their potential values are not high when they are born, resulting in low initial combat effectiveness. Under normal circumstances, the improvement in combat effectiveness is far less than that of Saiyan, who has a higher potential value. Even Sun Gofi's potential value decreased due to the serious injuries he suffered in his childhood, and he has always lagged behind his younger brother Son Goku in the practice of Chi, but now it's different. If he could control everyone's potential, then Sun Wufi would be a living god. No, it's more perverted than god. Sun Wufi, you need to calm down. At this moment, Sun Wufi gritted his teeth so hard that they were almost broken, and told himself over and over again in his heart to stay calm. Test it. Staring at the light curtain above Son Goku's head, staring at the dark green circular pattern in the light curtain, Son Goku wanted to click on the and symbol on it. Can I use my hands? As soon as this thought came to mind, something strange happened. That and sign obviously jumped. At the same time, Sun Wufi clearly felt that all the energy from the bear meat stored in the infinite space in his palm had disappeared. Hey! Son Goku, who was enjoying the fish and bear meat, suddenly paused with some confusion in his eyes. Strange, why do I suddenly feel so strong? Son Goku muttered something, but didn't think much about it and continued to concentrate on the food. Sun Wufi on the side felt differently. He clearly saw that the green color of the circular pattern in the light curtain above Son Goku's head became darker. Although it only deepened a little, it has definitely changed. Try again. Restraining his excitement, Sun Wufi picked up another piece of bear meat and silently said absorb in his heart. He drew out another ball of chi and tried it again, but this time, he gave Son Goku a dash, reducing the potential value. Still works. The color of the circular pattern has become lighter, and it is the same as before it was darkened. Strange, why do I suddenly feel a little weak? Son Goku paused again and scratched his head curiously. You're probably not full yet, go on. Lower your head and continue to sweep away everything. Both addition and subtraction are effective. It seems to be true. This pattern really represents potential value. I can really control the potential value. However, it requires chi, a lot of chi. Sun Wufi was ecstatic, but also a little distressed at the same time. Being able to control potential value, it is no exaggeration to describe his golden finger as incredibly terrifying. This caused his body to be seriously injured, resulting in a decrease in his potential for chi cultivation. He was almost in despair, but he saw hope again. But at the same time, he also anticipated the future path. If he wants to become stronger and surpass others by a wide margin, in addition to hard practice, he also needs a massive amount of practice resources. I don't know what my potential is. This thought just came to me. Sudden. A large light curtain appeared in front of my eyes. Yes, it was very large, several times larger than the one on Son Goku. On the light curtain. Host, Sun Wufi. Then there was a dark green circle, but one corner was missing. It is indeed incomplete. It turns out that his potential value was not reduced, but was directly damaged. No wonder every time he practiced, the energy in his body would regress the next day. Because his physical potential was damaged and disabled. But, this is not the key. The key point is that he saw a wrench icon on his circular pattern. What is a wrench? That's what repair means. Sun Wufi's heartbeat almost stopped. Is it really possible to repair the damaged potential value? After extracting all the chi from the bear meat and fish in front of him, Sun Wufi stared at the wrench pattern with an excited and nervous mentality as if he was checking his college entrance examination scores. In my heart, I silently said, repair. Chapter 5. In an instant, a scene that fascinated Sun Wufi appeared. All the energy stored in the infinite space in his palm disappeared at once and was absorbed by the wrench pattern. At the same time, Sun Wufi clearly saw that the defects on the dark green sphere representing his potential value were repaired a little bit. Yes, just a trace, because the amount of chi he extracted from the bear meat and fish was really pitiful. But this made Sun Wufi unable to contain his ecstasy and he burst into laughter. His potential value defects can be repaired. It really can be fixed. What he lacks now is just the energy extracted from a large amount of flesh and blood. Ha ha ha. I, Sun Goku, will definitely become the strongest man in this Dragon Ball world. Sun Wufi pointed to the sky and declared loudly. Brother, why are you acting so weird? Son Goku looked at Sun Goku like an idiot, and suddenly pointed at the empty shelf and yelled, Brother, you are so cunning. You ate all the meat secretly. Be sweat. Sun Wufi looked embarrassed. He had used the bear meat and fish to extract chi to repair his potential defects, but he didn't eat a single bite. But I can't tell this to Son Goku. Even if I say it, Son Goku won't understand. Let's go catch some more lions and tigers. This time, I'm sure you'll have enough to eat. Hence, from this day on, all the wild beasts, big and small, in Bayazai Mountain welcomed the two evil stars in their destiny. Those two brothers are here hunting again. Run! Or you'll be eaten. It took a year for Sun Wufei to finally repair his missing potential and raise it to its current limit. The potential value is divided into 7 levels. According to Sun Wufei's experience of playing online games in his previous life, he named them from low to high as Grey Ordinary Level, Green Excellent Level, Blue Sophisticated Level, Yellow Outstanding Level, Purple Epic Level, Orange Legendary Level, and Red Super God Level. The potential value gap between each level is about 5 times. The difference in potential value is proportional to the speed of Qi cultivation under the same conditions, and is also proportional to the performance of Qi under the same conditions. The potential levels of Sun Gofei and his brother Son Goku have now all been upgraded to Blue Excellent Level. Then it stopped. The energy extracted from the beast's flesh and blood will still be absorbed by the light curtain pattern, but it is no longer effective. After repeated experiments, Sun Wufei confirmed one thing. Qi is also divided into levels. The level of Qi extracted from the flesh and blood of ordinary wild beasts is very low, while the level of Qi extracted from the flesh and blood of monsters such as dinosaurs is slightly higher. In other words, the more powerful and precious something is, the higher the level of Qi contained in it. If you want to continue to improve your potential, you may have to look for treasures containing high-level Qi. Now, it's time to leave Bayazai Mountain and venture out into the Dragon Ball world. With the Nuova Shenron beads and Ruyi stick left by their grandfather, the Sun Wufei brothers left home. Brother, where are we going? Go to Kame Island and find Master Roshi to learn from him. 10 days later. Wow, this river is so wide. This is not a river, it's the sea. Finally we reached the beach, but where is Turtle Island? Brother, why do we have to go find that turtle guy to become his disciple? To become stronger. The issue of potential value cannot be solved in a short time. You can continue to improve it when you have a chance to get a good product. The key now is to become a disciple. In terms of combat power, Saiyan is far stronger than Earthlings, this is the difference in the potential of Qi. But when it comes to the basics of martial arts, Master Roshi can definitely be regarded as Saiyan's ancestor. Son Goku has always felt that the fact that Son Goku, a low-level warrior in the original work, was able to constantly break his own limits and eventually surpass Vegeta, a genius warrior, had a lot to do with his childhood martial arts experience. Therefore, the foundation must be laid firmly. Those who need to become disciples should become disciples, and those who need to learn should learn. Everything, to become stronger. Turtle Island? Never heard of it. I've never heard of it. What island is Turtle Island? Turtle Island? Are there many turtles laying eggs? After asking around for quite some time, no one had heard of Turtle Island. Sun Wufei was scratching his head anxiously. How could he find Turtle Island in this vast ocean? Oh, right, turtles. Find Master Roshi's turtle and you can find Master Roshi. The two brothers started searching around with the beach as their radius. And so, more than half a month passed. I still can't find it. I still can't find it. And no one knows where Kame Island is. Sun Wufei sat on the ground with a dejected look on his face. I have been searching for more than half a month and found nothing. Could it be that because they left Bayazai Mountain earlier, the sea turtle has not yet come out of Turtle Island? Brother, I found a turtle. Just when Son Gofei was about to give up, Son Goku's surprised shout came from a distance. Found it, really? Sun Wufei rushed over in surprise, it really was a giant turtle. Are you Master Roshi's turtle? Son Gofei asked anxiously. How did you know? The turtle was a little confused. Great! I finally found it. Sun Wufei was overjoyed and rushed to the turtle. You got separated from your companions, right? You got lost, right? Let us take you home. But I'm not lost. No, you do. Chapter 6. But I just got separated from my friends, and I know the way back. Turtle sweated. No, you don't. Sun Wufei interrupted the turtle and said, this place is already more than 30 kilometers away from the sea. Don't you realize that you are getting farther and farther away? If you keep going on by yourself, you'll definitely get completely lost and die of thirst on the shore. Yes, is that so? The turtle was a little confused. More than 30 kilometers, was he really so far away from the coast? But why can I still smell a hint of sweet, fishy sea breeze? Of course it is. Sun Wufei answered confidently, I am known as the honest and reliable young man, the spotless and beautiful boy, and I never lie to anyone. Oh, then, well, thank you for your help. The turtle was finally fooled by Sun Gofei, no, it was persuaded successfully, and formally sought help from Sun Gofei and Sun Goku. Brother, isn't that over there? Sun Goku suddenly pointed in the direction of the sea and spoke. Don't talk. Son Goku's scalp was about to explode. He covered Son Goku's mouth and laughed at the turtle. Excuse me, I have to excuse myself for a moment. Oink oink. He pulled Son Goku and ran quickly into the distance. Goku, from now on, don't talk nonsense, understand? Sun Wufei glared at Son Goku with a fierce face. This kid almost let the cat out of the bag just now. But brother, the sea is clearly over there, less than 5 kilometers away. Why did you say it's more than 30 kilometers away? Son Goku looked confused. Nonsense. Would he let us help if I didn't say that? How can we go to Kame Island with him if we don't help? Sun Wufei rolled his eyes. Besides, I'm not lying to him. If I really let him walk on his own, let alone more than 30 kilometers, he could walk himself 100 kilometers and get completely lost. Do you believe it? I stopped his wrong behavior one step ahead of time. This is saving him, do you understand? I don't understand at all. Son Goku looked silly. Anyway, just keep quiet and follow me. Oh. In this way, Son Goku carried the turtle on his back for more than 30 kilometers and then returned to the beach again. It looks like it's really far away. All the doubts of the turtle disappeared now, and he nodded gratefully to the Sun Wufei brothers. Thank you for sending me back. Please wait here for a moment. I will definitely repay you. Then he swam into the sea. A moment later, a bald old man came back carrying a tortoise shell on his back. It's Master Roshi. After some conversation, Master Roshi summoned the somersault cloud and gave it to the two brothers, Sun Gofei. Only people of pure heart can sit on this thing. Master Roshi said righteously, leaping up, I'll sit for you to see. As a result, as expected, he fell down directly through the somersault cloud. Son Goku, on the other hand, jumped up easily and controlled it very skillfully. It's Sun Wukong's turn to fly. Will I be unable to sit on it? In the early days of the Dragon Ball world, the somersault cloud was definitely a very powerful flying magic weapon. Even if one learned the flying technique, the flying speed would be far less than that of the somersault cloud. However, the riding conditions were somewhat harsh, and Sun Wufei was worried that he wouldn't be able to get on. After all, in his eyes, this pure-hearted person is no different from a fool. If I can't sit on it and lose face, I will burn this broken cloud. Muttering something, Sun Wufei carefully jumped onto the somersault cloud. Hey! It was stable and there was no leakage. He sat on it. Isn't this something only a fool can sit on? Sun Wufei's mind was full of questions, but he was soon relieved. Perhaps it was because he was a time traveler, and this was a unique benefit for time travelers. Grandpa Master Roshi, we are here to become his apprentice. Jumping down from the somersault cloud, Sun Wufei pulled Son Goku and bowed to Master Roshi. My grandfather once said that you are the most powerful martial artist on earth, Master Wu Tian. He used to learn martial arts from you and told us to come find you. Brother, when did Grandpa say this? Why didn't I know about it? Son Goku blinked in confusion. Grandpa said this before he died. You fainted. Oh. The words of the Sun Wufei brothers made Master Roshi stunned. Who is your grandfather? Son Gohan. After they got to know each other, Master Roshi's attitude towards the Gofei brothers changed drastically and he decided to take them back to Kame Island. Several people were about to set off. Suddenly a loud shout came from a distance, wait a minute. Sun Wufei looked closely and saw a bald dwarf running towards him from a distance. It's Krillin. Why did this guy show up now? Sun Wufei remembered that he would not appear until half a year later. Could it be that he had already reached the beach, but just didn't know the location of Turtle Island and had been searching for half a year? You are Mr. Wu Tian, right? Exactly. My name is Krillin. I came all the way from the Far East. Please, Master Wu Tian, please accept me as your disciple. This is my greeting gift. Krillin took out a picture album of beauties in swimsuits, and Master Roshi's eyes widened instantly. He snatched it and started to read it. Well, not bad, not bad. Okay, I can accept you three as my apprentices, but there is a condition. You must bring back a lovely girl. Chapter 7. Leave the task of finding the girl to Goku and Krillin. The somersault cloud can't accommodate 3 people. Son Goku asked his younger brother Son Goku and Krillin to ride the somersault cloud to find the girl, while he went to find Master Roshi. I want to see the Kamehameha wave. How do you know about the Kamehameha wave? Master Roshi was stunned, then waved his hand. Wait until you become my apprentice. The Kamehameha wave is my Kame Senryu's unique move, and I won't teach it to you easily. I'm not asking you to teach me, I just want to see. Son Goku knew that the Kamehameha wave was a special move that required all the energy in the body to be gathered together to launch, but knowing was one thing and experiencing it for oneself was another. How chi is condensed and at what degree of condensation the released waves are the strongest, these cannot be determined by imagination. Kamehameha waves are also different from ordinary light waves. All you need to do is condense the energy and there must be a trick to it. Have a look. Master Roshi looked at Son Goku with a strange expression, just looking. Son Goku nodded. Goku, my Kamehameha wave can't be learned just by watching. Whether I can learn it or not is my own business. Master Roshi, you just need to perform it. Son Goku raised his lips and smiled confidently. The somersault cloud was given to Goku, but I have nothing. I just want to see the legendary Kamehameha wave. I see. Master Roshi stroked his chin and thought for a moment. Okay, I'll let you see it, but if you want to become my disciple, you must bring the beautiful girl back. Ha ha ha, don't worry, Grandpa Master Roshi. Goku and the others will definitely bring the beautiful girl back. Son Goku burst into laughter. Master Roshi, this lewd old man, really didn't hide his lecherous nature at all. Wu Fei, I'm only going to use this once, so watch out. Master Roshi took off the tortoise shell on his back and bared his arms. Suddenly, a large amount of energy surged out of his body, and Master Roshi's thin body suddenly became strong and turned into a muscular man. Chi, it's increasing so fast. Son Goku was shocked. He could sense that Master Roshi's combat power in normal state was basically the same as his current state. But after using the Kamehameha wave, the energy in the body increases dramatically and continues to increase. Turtle. School. Chi. Gong. Wave. A deep roar came from Master Roshi's mouth, and a dazzling light shone between his hands. An energy wave containing terrible destructive power rushed out from his hands. Rushing towards the sea ahead. The sea surface was broken with a loud bang, and the sea water sank to both sides under the huge pressure. Wherever the energy wave of the Kamehameha wave passed, the waves were surging, directly pressing out a huge concave waterway. It extended deep into the sea level, then suddenly exploded, creating huge waves thousands of feet high. Amazing! As expected of the Earth's #1 martial artist in the early days of Dragon Ball. Master Roshi's Kamehameha wave is indeed a powerful martial art. Son Goku was shocked, and kept replaying in his mind the method of gathering chi that he sensed when Master Roshi performed the Kamehameha wave. It seemed to be not only condensation, but also compression and promotion. Concentrate the energy in the body to one point, continuously compress it and then explode it out in the form of light waves. Does that mean that the more condensed and compressed the energy is, the greater the destructive power it will unleash? Ha ha ha, see, Goku, this is the Kamehameha wave. Master Roshi had by this time returned to his emaciated appearance, and had put on his clothes again, and the tortoise shell on his back. Grandpa Master Roshi, this move of yours is really powerful. I want to try it. Son Goku said as he spread his legs apart and moved his right foot slightly back, assuming the starting stance for the Kamehameha wave. Chi is continuously guided out from all parts of the body and gathered in the palms. Compress, and keep compressing. Turtle. Faction. Angry. Goku, this Kamehameha wave is not so easy to practice. It requires hard training and considerable understanding. You can't do it now. Master Roshi laughed. Wave. Amid the blinding light, a beam of energy flew out from Son Goku's hand and headed towards the distance along the sea surface. The surface of the sea was broken, and it was exactly the same as Master Roshi's Kamehameha wave. No, even stronger. A huge wave exploded in the distance, and the water splashed down, but was blocked aside by the powerful energy of Sun Wufei. But Master Roshi standing by was soaked. Master Roshi's eyes popped out, the corners of his mouth twitched, his sunglasses were tilted, and he looked at Sun Wufei as if he were a monster. How's it going? Grandpa Master Roshi, did I learn this move well? Sun Wufei chuckled, but I always feel that it can be stronger. Master Roshi's cheek twitched suddenly and he laughed, not bad, you look good. You're almost as good as me. But you still need to practice more, ha. This kid, where on earth did he come from? He could actually do the Kamehameha wave after watching it once. It's so damn scary. Brother, Grandpa, we are back. We brought 2 beautiful girls with us. Chapter 8. Son Goku's voice came from the air. Then the somersault cloud landed on the beach with Son Goku, Krillin, and the 2 beautiful girls. Master Wu Tian, this is the girl we brought back. Isn't she pretty? Krillin put his head close to Master Roshi, covered his mouth with one hand, and laughed wickedly. This chest, this waist, this butt, this skin, if I could just touch it. Master Roshi was already lost in fantasy, his eyes were full of hearts. Hello, I'm Lankai. I'm Bulma. Lankai? Bulma? How come the 2 main female protagonists in the early stage of Dragon Ball are here all at once? Son Goku was pulled aside by Sun Wufei, who asked quietly, Goku, how did you meet these 2 girls? They were just over there on the outskirts of the city. They were being besieged by a group of bad guys, and we rescued them. Bad guy? Sun Wufei looked at the backpack on Lan Qi's shoulders, which was full of money. She immediately covered her face and understood. It must be that Lan Qi robbed the bank again. The bad guys that Goku mentioned besieging them were the police. But how did Bulma appear here, and how did she get involved with Lankai? After a conversation, Sun Gofei suddenly realized that Bulma was found through the Dragon Ball radar. The 4-star ball in her hand and the 3-star ball on Master Roshi's neck, the 2 Dragon Balls together, made Bulma change her itinerary, bypassing Bayazai Mountain and going directly to the beach. As for Ranch, she was the one she met in a nearby town, and the one Bulma met was the Ranch who sneezed and turned into a violent blonde girl. But it's a little strange that Bulma would become friends with the violent blonde girl, Lankai. It seems that Bulma is also a violent girl at heart. Master Roshi enthusiastically invited Lan Qi and Bulma to visit Kame Island. Lan Qi was wanted by the police, so she agreed readily. As for Bulma, her goal was Dragon Ball, so she naturally nodded in agreement. On Turtle Island. Really? Can I really live here? That's great. Thank you, you are such nice people. Blue-haired Ranch thanked Master Roshi and Krillin with a well-behaved look on her face. Sun Wufei covered his face and observed 2 seconds of silence for Master Roshi and Krillin. Leaving behind this 2-faced girl whose hair color and personality change drastically when she sneezes, they will have a hard time in the future. Brother, what are you sighing about? Son Goku blinked with a strange look on his face. Sun Wufei was about to explain when suddenly a fly flew past Lan Qi's nose. FK. Sun Wufei's face suddenly changed. He picked up Bulma and quickly rushed to hide behind a rock. What are you doing? Bulma screamed in shame and anger, and slapped Sun Wufei in the face. Her whole body was now held in Sun Wufei's arms, and all the things he should and shouldn't have touched were touched. I'm saving you. Sun Wufei was quick to grab Bulma's hand. You little pervert, you're just taking advantage of the opportunity. Bulma was about to struggle when suddenly a burst of rapid gunfire was heard from outside, along with the screams of Son Goku, Master Roshi and Krillin. The violent girl Lan Qi, whose hair turned yellow after sneezing, took out a submachine gun from somewhere and fired wildly at everyone. She is. Bulma was dumbfounded. She had been with the blonde Ranch for 2 days and had never noticed that Ranch was so violent. Ranch even said she would help her find the Dragon Ball. Achoo. Another sneeze was heard, and Lan Qi turned back into a gentle and beautiful girl with blue hair. That's why I said I was saving you. Sun Wufei spread his hands. Bulma. The farce finally came to an end. It was getting late, and Master Roshi decided to start formal training tomorrow morning. After a delicious meal, everyone went to bed early. Sun Gofei sat under the eaves, 2 Dragon Balls in his hands, with a lot of thoughts in his mind. The 3-star ball was obtained by Sun Wufei in exchange for a pair of Lan-Ki underwear from Master Roshi. That lecherous old man acted like he had found a treasure. They left Baizai Mountain half a year earlier than in the original novel, and now there are still 1.5 years until the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament, 4.5 years until the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, which is also when Piccolo Daimao appears, and 12.5 years until their brother, Scion Raditz, invades Earth. It seemed like there was plenty of time, but Sun Wufei felt it was very tight. We must improve our strength as soon as possible. How about collecting Dragon Balls and making a wish to get resources? Sun Gofei muttered. You know Dragon Ball too. Suddenly, Bulma's voice came from behind. Sun Wufei turned around and saw Bulma walking out in a tank top. He was so engrossed in his thoughts just now that he didn't even notice it. I know. Looking at Bulma, an idea suddenly flashed through Sun Wufei's mind, and he raised the corner of his mouth and smiled evilly. I know you came here for Dragon Ball, and your purpose is to make a wish to Shenron for a handsome Prince Charming, right? How did you know? I never told you. Bulma was surprised. Don't worry about how I know this. You just need the 2 Dragon Balls in my hand now. Sun Gofei smirked, let's make a deal. I'll give you these 2 Dragon Balls, and you stay here for half a year to help us train. After half a year, my brother and I will help you find the remaining Dragon Balls. How about that? Chapter 9. Stay and help you practice. Bulma touched her 2 index fingers together, but I don't know any martial arts, how can I help you? You don't know martial arts, but you are a genius scientist. You can definitely help. How about this deal? You won't lose out at all. This. After Bulma hesitated for a while, she gritted her teeth and agreed, okay. It's just half a year, I agree. But don't make any excessive demands. Don't worry. I'm not that kind of person. Sun Wufei curled his lips, I will naturally conquer the woman I want with my charm, without any other tricks. Bah! You're just a little brat, and you claim to be charming. Wait until your hair grows out. Bulma curled her lips in disdain. Sun Wufei smiled and didn't comment. He was only 11 years old now, 5 years younger than Bulma, and was indeed a little kid. However, in 7 years, you won't say that anymore, hey. Here you go, Dragon Ball. Throwing the 3-star ball to Bulma, Sun Wukong stood up and walked towards the house. The 4-star ball is my grandfather's legacy, so I can't give it to you. Anyway, I will accompany you to find the Dragon Ball in half a year. I'm so sleepy, I'm going to sleep first. This little brat. Early the next morning, Master Roshi moved the Kame house to the nearest large island, and the brothers Son Goku and Krillin officially began their training in the Kame school. To sum up, it's delivering milk on foot, plowing the land with bare hands, working on construction sites, swimming back and forth in a big lake with sharks, and poking a hornet's nest with a rope tied to your body. It may seem like an ordinary training, but Sun Wufei knows very well that it almost covers the training of eyesight, arm strength, leg strength, waist strength, and even the strength of all parts of the body. The martial arts in this world, after all, are about exercising the body. The stronger the body, the greater the amount and level of chi it can contain. After a day of training, Krillin was so tired that he fell to the ground. Even Son Gofei and Son Goku sat on the ground and gasped for breath. Master Roshi, on the other hand, looked calm, and his breathing showed no signs of strain. Sure enough, I am still far behind Master Roshi in terms of physical strength. His training method is correct. Judging from his combat power alone, Son Gofei feels that he is not much worse than Master Roshi, but his physical strength, endurance, and comprehensive abilities are far behind. You can't bear it. There's still a long way to go. Starting tomorrow, you will train while carrying this 20-kilogram tortoise shell. Master Roshi said in a deep voice. Only 20 kilograms? Too light. Sun Wufei shook his head, looking pretentious. Is there a heavier turtle shell? Heavier? Gofei, are you kidding me? Krillin jumped up from the ground. We didn't carry anything today, and we're already so tired. Carrying a 20-kilogram turtle shell must be exhausting. You want something heavier? Are you crazy? Do I look like I'm joking? Son Gofei shrugged, it's only 20 kilograms, it's really too light. Goku and I should be able to carry 60 kilograms at our current limit. 60 kilograms, are you still human? Klin's eyes almost popped out. Master Roshi was also full of disbelief. Wu Fei, confidence is a good thing, but overconfidence is a taboo for martial artists. Master Roshi, if you take out 60 kilograms of turtle shells and try it, you will know whether I am overconfident or not. How does this guy know that I have a 60-kilogram turtle shell? Master Roshi felt a little strange, but still dug out a 60-kilogram turtle shell from the cane house. Bulma and Lankai also followed out curiously. It's so heavy. As soon as the 60-kilogram turtle shell was put on his body, Sun Wufei felt a heavy pressure. He currently weighs only 32 kilograms, and this turtle shell is twice as heavy as he is. As long as you can adapt, it is equivalent to adapting to triple gravity. For the current stage of cultivation, it is enough. Brother, do we really have to train with this tortoise shell on our back? It's so heavy. Son Goku looked at Son Goku with a bitter face. It's just right to be heavy. Sun Wufei smiled confidently. To be strong, one must constantly challenge and break through one's own limits. The world's #1 martial arts tournament will be held in a year, and Master Roshi will definitely sign us up then. If we want to fight against masters from all over the world and come out on top, we must be tough on ourselves now. The world's #1 martial arts tournament. Krillin, who had been slumped on the ground, suddenly jumped up. You mean we can participate in the world's #1 martial arts tournament? The one that brings together martial arts masters from all over the country to decide who is the best. That's right. If you don't believe me, ask Master Roshi. Is it true? Master Wu Tian. Krillin looked at Master Roshi with excitement. Well, as long as you practice hard, you can do it in a year. How does this kid know everything? Master Roshi looked at Son Goku with a strange expression, his mind full of question marks. Very good. Krillin jumped up and cheered, Teacher Wu Tian, I want a 60-kilogram turtle shell too. Krillin, your body isn't as good as mine and Goku's. 60 kilograms is a bit too much for you right now. Sun Wufei shook his head and said, you should carry the 20-kilogram weight first, and then change to a heavier weight when you get used to it. Besides, Sun Wufei came up to Krillin and whispered, if you really want to get stronger, come to my room tonight and I can help you improve. After saying that, Sun Wufei walked into the house with his tortoise shell on his back, in front of everyone's surprised gazes. He has already given Krillin the opportunity. Whether he is willing to believe it and whether he can seize it depends on Krillin himself. Chapter 10. Goku, why does your brother seem to know everything? Bulma looked at Son Goku's back with a playful expression, then turned to ask Son Goku. I don't know. My brother has known a lot of things since he was young. Son Goku shook his head and rubbed his growling belly, I'm hungry, let's eat. These two brothers look exactly the same, but why are their personalities so different? One is mature and mysterious, and the other is cute and silly. Somehow, Bulma suddenly felt a strong curiosity about Sun Wufei. This young brat, who is still young, speaks and acts with a strange sense of maturity and mystery, which is like poison, making people fall into it step by step. Night falls. After a hearty meal, Son Goku, who was tired after a day of training, fell into a sound sleep, and Sun Wufei also fell into a dream. Suddenly, there was a light knock on the door and the door was gently pushed open. Is it Krillin? Sun Wufei opened his eyes and saw that the shadow outside the door was indeed Krillin's chi. No one answered, it seemed that Krillin was still a little confused. With a curl of his lips, Sun Wufei got up, looked at Son Goku who was sleeping soundly, and walked out of the room. Krillin, you really came and didn't let me down. Wu Fei, can you really help me become stronger? There was doubt and confusion in Krillin's eyes, but more of it was a desire. The desire to become stronger. Certainly. Sun Wufei smiled proudly, do I look like someone who talks nonsense? So what should I do? Come with me, this is not the place to talk. Sun Wufei took Krillin out of the cane house and came to a secluded place. Krillin, I can help you improve and tap into the potential in your body, so that you can train more efficiently. Although you can't catch up with me and Goku, you can far surpass others. Really? Really? More real than pearls. Sun Wufei raised a finger, but there are conditions. Conditions? Krillin was stunned. Of course. Is there such a thing as pie falling from the sky? Even if there is, why would it fall on your head? Because you are smart enough. Sun Wufei snorted, everything has a price. If you want me to help you, you have to agree to my conditions. This. Krillin hesitated for a while, then nodded heavily, okay, in order to become stronger, I will endure it. Then he started taking off his pants. Damn it! What are you doing? Put your pants on. Sun Wufei almost fell to the ground. Damn, it's an eyesore. You don't want to. I don't want your head. How can you be so vulgar, bald head? I am a real man, I only like beautiful women. Sun Wufei yelled, then suppressed his excitement and took a few breaths. Calm down, I need to calm down. After calming down, Sun Wufei looked at Krillin with a frown and said, my condition is that you recognize me as your boss, and you will be my little brother from now on. How about it? Do you agree? Boss? Little brother? Is that it? Krillin blinked. That's it. If you agree, I'll help you. Before Sun Wufei could finish his words, Krillin grabbed his thigh. Boss, from now on I will be your little brother. If you tell me to go east, I will never go west. If you tell me to catch a dog, I will never chase a chicken. This shameless guy. Sun Wufei was somewhat doubtful as to whether his decision today was right. Sit still. No matter how you feel, you can't move until tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it will be ineffective. Do you understand? Yes. Looking at Krillin's serious expression, Sun Wufei secretly laughed in his heart. With a thought, a light curtain appeared above Krillin's head, and the circular pattern on it was emerald green. Excellent potential. He has even higher potential than his deceased grandfather Son Gohan. This guy has a pretty good initial potential. Sun Wufei thought to himself, then looked at the plus sign on the circular pattern on the light curtain and silently repeated increase. The color of the pattern gradually darkened, eventually turning into light blue, and finally stopped at sky blue, no longer increasing. The energy stored in the infinite space in Sun Wufei's palm was almost consumed. Sky blue, excellent grade. Not bad. Krillin's current potential value has reached its current limit, only slightly lower than the dark blue excellent level of the brothers Son Goku and Son Goku. His potential value has been improved, and in the future both his training speed and the combat effectiveness he can exert at the current stage will be greatly increased. Wufei, no, boss, I feel like I'm suddenly full of power. Krillin opened his eyes and looked at Son Goku excitedly. Don't move, stay here and adapt to this change. Sun Wufei glared. Yes. Krillin quickly closed his eyes and carefully sensed the feeling of becoming stronger. As for Sun Wufei, he returned to Turtle House leisurely, without anyone noticing. The next day, I continued training with the turtle shell on my back. Day after day, soon, 4 months passed in hard training. More? No more. The heaviest turtle shell I have here weighs 60 kilograms, there's nothing heavier. Master Roshi looked at Son Goku and the other two, speechless. It took these 3 perverts only 4 months to completely adapt to the 60-kilogram turtle shell, even Krillin, who could only carry a 20-kilogram turtle shell at the beginning. What kind of monsters did he accept as his disciples? Chapter 11. Is it really gone? Sun Wufei looked at Master Roshi suspiciously. Just like that, it's gone. Do you even doubt your master? Master Roshi glared in shame and anger. Then it seems to be true. Sun Wufei sighed. The 3 of them had already completely adapted to the 60-kilogram turtle shell, even Krillin. In other words, they have become accustomed to triple gravity and must increase the weight. It's time for Bulma to appear. I'm going to make a phone call. Sun Wufei entered the game house and called Bulma. Bulma, this is Wufei. Is the thing you asked me to make finished? 2 months ago, Sun Wufei had anticipated this situation, so he asked Bulma to help him make 3 sets of portable devices that could increase gravity. A month has passed since Bulma left Kame Island and returned to Capsule Corporation last month after a month of research. It's been done, but the time is too short and you required it to be portable, so the gravity can only be increased to 10 times. Bulma's voice came from the phone. 10 times is enough. Please send it over. We will train for another 2 months and then go find Dragon Ball with you. After hanging up the phone, Sun Wufei smiled. Bulma is indeed a genius. I only told her the idea and requirements, and she developed it in such a short time. It's such a waste to give such a beautiful and intelligent woman to Vegeta. I must keep an eye on her, and when I grow up a little, I will take her down. Bulma acted quickly and brought the portable gravity device over in less than half a day. It is a thing similar to a bracelet, which will change the gravity around you when you press it. Sun Wufei didn't know what the principle was, but it worked. Triple gravity. Sun Wufei tested it and adjusted it to 3 times the gravity. After turning it on, his body sank suddenly, and it felt almost like he was carrying a 60-kilogram tortoise shell on his back. No, it should be said that the pressure is even greater. After all, the tortoise shell is just a simple weight-bearing device, while this portable gravity device increases the gravity of the whole body. Goku, Krillin, this is for you. It can change gravity up to 10 times. Calling Son Goku and Krillin outside Kame's house, Son Goku handed them the other 2 portable gravity bracelets. So powerful? Then I have to try it. After listening to Son Goku's explanation of the purpose, Son Goku and Krillin's eyes lit up and they couldn't wait to put on the portable gravity bracelets. Adjusted to triple gravity, he pressed it without hesitation. Idiot! Don't rush. It was too late. The moment the button was pressed, a strange wave enveloped both Son Goku and Krillin. Ah! Oops! The 2 men screamed at the same time and fell straight to the ground, their faces flushed and veins bulging all over their bodies. You 2 idiots! Sun Wufei was speechless and hurriedly helped them press the button to cancel the gravity effect. Who? The 2 men collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath. Oh my god, if I wait any longer I'll be crushed to death. Krillin looked terrified and confused at the same time. Boss, didn't you say that triple gravity is equivalent to carrying a 60-kilogram turtle shell? Why is it so heavy? Yes, brother, it's really heavy. I can hardly breathe. Son Goku nodded. He was much stronger than Piccolo Lin, so he didn't feel like he was nearly crushed to death, but it was still very uncomfortable. So you 2 are 2 idiots. Sun Wufei covered his eyes, speechless. 3 times the gravity is equivalent to carrying a 60-kilogram turtle shell, but don't forget, you are still carrying a turtle shell. 60 times 3, that's 180 kilograms. You are equivalent to bearing 9 times the gravity. It would be strange if it wasn't heavy. Yes. Krillin suddenly realized, we are still carrying the turtle shell. He quickly took off his turtle shell and restarted the triple gravity. Sure enough, this time the pressure was only slightly greater than carrying a 60-kilogram turtle shell. Brother, what do you mean by 60 times 3 equals 9 times gravity? I don't understand. Son Goku still had a silly look on his face. Goku, it's time for you to learn the basic knowledge, let Lan Chi teach you starting tomorrow. Sun Wufei was speechless and sweating. Ah? Why is it Lan Kai? If you don't learn well, I'll let Lan Chi transform and beat you hard with a submachine gun. Sun Wufei said viciously, and you are not allowed to fight back. Ah? No, brother, people will die. Son Goku's face turned pale and he looked at Sun Wufei pitifully. That's settled. Sun Wufei glanced at the smirking Krillin and curled his lips. Krillin, learn it too. Ah? No way, boss. In this way, there was one more thing added to the daily training items, the learning of various knowledge. Lan Chi was responsible for teaching Son Goku and Krillin, and Bulma taught Son Goku. I have to say that Bulma is a very competent teacher. She makes a lot of profound knowledge easy to understand. Of course, it also has something to do with the fact that Sun Wufei already had a good foundation. As for Son Goku and Krillin, if you don't pay attention in class, I'll beat you to death. Wow! Stop it, I was wrong. I didn't make any mistakes, why do you want to hit me too? Let's fight together. Similar sounds are heard in the backyard of Turtle House every day. In this way, the days passed one by one, and soon, the 6-month period with Bulma was up. Chapter 12. Looking for Dragon Ball. Master Roshi looked at Son Goku, then at Bulma, and frowned. Goku, the world's #1 martial arts tournament will be held in half a year. If you don't practice hard now, how can you compete with the strongest people in the world? Master Roshi, you don't have much to teach us now, do you? Sun Wufei smiled, you let us continue to practice here, which is nothing more than continuing to improve our martial arts realm. It will not help us develop our potential. Searching for the Dragon Ball is a good experience for Goku and I, isn't it? Master Roshi was silent. Indeed, To put it simply, Kameryu martial arts is about training eyesight, arm strength, leg strength, waist strength, physical strength, and keeping a clear mind in extreme situations, so as to maximize one's combat effectiveness. At this point, Son Goku can be said to have reached the pinnacle. Even Krillin has surpassed Master Roshi. Master Roshi really doesn't have much to teach them. Okay, you can go look for Dragon Ball, but you must come back before the World Martial Arts Tournament in half a year. Don't worry, Grandpa Master Roshi. The brothers Son Goku and Son Wufei looked at each other and responded loudly at the same time. Be my jet. Bulma took out a universal capsule and conjured a jet. Why? We have the somersault cloud, it's so comfortable. Son Goku blinked. Why? There are so many whys. Just sit down when I told you to, why are you talking so much nonsense? Bulma yelled with her fists clenched and her eyes bulging. That damned cloud, they say only people with pure hearts can ride on it. But why can that little brat Son Wufei sit on it, but a beautiful woman like me who is both beautiful and intelligent can't? It's so embarrassing. It's so infuriating. In the end, Son Goku and Son Wufei listened to Bulma and boarded the jet. Looking at the jet plane that was taking off from the ground and heading straight into the sky, Krillin sighed helplessly, why, the boss won't let me follow? Hey! Both Son Goku and Master Roshi said that his potential had not yet been fully realized and that he should stay and continue to practice, so he had no choice but to stay. Teacher Wu Tian, what shall we practice next? In a blink of an eye, Krillin immediately regained his fighting spirit, turned around and asked loudly to Master Roshi. Continue the previous training and double the intensity. Ah! The process of helping Bulma find the Dragon Ball is not difficult. The combat power of the brothers Son Goku and Son Goku has been greatly improved. According to Son Goku's estimation, the combat power of the two brothers should be close to 150, which is definitely higher than the current Master Roshi. With such fighting power, it is of course not difficult to just help Bulma collect Dragon Balls. After taming the piglet Oolong who could transform briefly, Son Wufei and his friends still encountered Yamcha. However, unlike Krillin, Son Goku had no intention of helping Yamcha improve. This guy does have some talent, but he is too lazy by nature. He was afraid of meeting girls at first, but after getting used to them, he became a playboy and a philanderer. Son Wufei doesn't like such a guy. So Son Wufei directly used thunder and lightning to drive Yamcha away, not giving him any chance to get close to Bulma at all. In less than 2 months, all 7 Dragon Balls were collected. The brothers Son Goku and Son Wufei followed Bulma to the western capital, where Bulma's home was located in the Capsule Corporation. Bulma, don't you think it's a bit wasteful to wish for a Prince Charming? Bulma was about to summon Shenron, but Son Wufei curled his lips and spoke with some disdain. What do you mean? How did this wish go to waste? Bulma frowned and stared at Son Wufei with some dissatisfaction. I mean, you're so beautiful, a genius scientist, and the richest man in the world. Why do you need to rely on Dragon Ball to find your Prince Charming? You might as well make some other wishes. Do you really think I'm beautiful? Son Goku's words surprised Bulma. It seemed like this was the first time this boy had complimented her beauty. She thought that Son Goku was just like his brother Son Goku, a martial arts fanatic who was only interested in practicing martial arts and had no concept of beauty or ugliness between men and women. Of course. Isn't this obvious? Son Wufei shrugged. If I weren't so young, I would have pursued you. What a pity. Son Goku sighed. Both he and his brother Son Goku started to grow rapidly in height after they were 15 years old. Now they were the size of short children. What if I'm willing to wait for you for a few years? Bulma's words made Son Wufei stunned. Wait for me for a few years? What do you mean? Are you? I mean, wait until you grow taller and more handsome. I only like handsome guys. Bulma coughed lightly, her eyes a little flustered as she tried to find an excuse to cover up her guilty conscience. Damn it! Why did he suddenly say what was in his heart? How unrestrained! This little brat is still just a shorty now. What I want is a handsome guy. Yes, that's right. I don't want any guy other than a handsome guy. It's a deal. You wait for me for 4 years. After 4 years, I will definitely meet your requirements. But before that, you can't look for other handsome guys, otherwise I will beat them up if I see one. Chapter 13. After making a 4-year agreement with Bulma, Sun Wufei was in a good mood and stayed at Bulma's house for a while. Bulma's parents were very enthusiastic about both Son Goku and Sun Wufei, and even agreed to let Sun Gofei help him build a gravity chamber for training. Bulma summoned Shenron again, but this time her wish was not to get a Prince Charming, but to reduce her body's aging rate by 3 times. In other words, Bulma only ages 1 year every 3 years. She felt that this would effectively shorten the age difference between her and Sun Wufei. Women naturally love beauty, and Sun Wufei has nothing to say about this. He is even happy to see it happen. After all, the aging speed of Scions is much slower than that of Earthlings. During this period, Sun Gofei found a lot of treasures containing a large amount of high-level chi from Bulma's house, which can actually increase the potential of him and Son Goku again. Not only can the potential value continue to increase, Sun Wufei also discovered that the potential function of his golden finger has been further developed. Gold finger has evolved. Words appeared above the circular pattern on the light curtain. 2 big words shining brightly, potential. Below the circular pattern, 2 small words appeared, physical strength. Could it be possible to control physical strength? Sun Wufei widened his eyes, staring at the small words representing physical strength, thinking about replacing them with the circular pattern. Swish! In an instant, the positions of physical strength and potential were swapped. The word physical strength entered the circular pattern and became enlarged, while the word potential came to the bottom of the circular pattern. The color of the circular pattern also changed, becoming yellow excellence. Son Goku glanced at his brother Son Goku, and the color of the original pattern representing physical strength in the light curtain pattern that appeared above his head also turned yellow, indicating the excellence level. Bulma and the others in the distance only had normal gray level physical strength. It seems that I can now really control the increase and decrease of physical strength. With excitement, Sun Wufei stared at the plus sign above the circular pattern of physical strength and silently said to increase. All of a sudden, a small half of the high-level chi that had just been collected in the infinite space of his palm disappeared, and the yellow color of the circular pattern of physical strength only deepened a little, from light yellow to a slightly darker color. Damn! This increases the energy consumption by too much, doesn't it? Sun Wufei was shocked. He had previously used the newly collected high-level chi to raise his and Son Goku's potential to the pale yellow excellent level, and it didn't consume as much chi as it did this time. It seems that no matter whether it is potential or physical strength, the higher the value, the greater the consumption required to further improve it. It's not cost-effective to increase your stamina. Let's wait until we have more spare energy. Continue to improve your potential. After using up all the treasures that could collect high-level chi in Bulma's house, Son Gofei finally raised his and Son Goku's potential to the dark yellow excellence level, and then got stuck again. It seems that even this high-level chi cannot continue to increase its potential value. But Sun Wufei was still very satisfied. According to his speculation, the potential of him and his brother Son Goku should not be much different from Vegeta, right? Counting the time, I have been staying at Bulma's house for 2 months. There are less than 3 months left until the World Martial Arts Tournament. It is time to leave. You guys are leaving now. Bulma looked at Sun Wufei with some reluctance. She was always happy when she was with this boy. He could always find ways to make her feel happy. And with Son Goku, this cute and funny little brother, these days are really interesting. To be honest, she didn't want Sun Wufei to leave. Goku and I still have to train to get stronger. Sun Wufei smirked. The world's #1 martial arts tournament will be held in 3 months. Bulma, if you miss me, why don't you go to the tournament venue and see me then? Bah! Who missed you? Bulma blushed slightly, spat, and raised her head proudly. Even if I go to the world's #1 martial arts tournament, I'm going to see those strong and handsome guys, not you. Haha, whatever you say, see you at the #1 martial arts tournament in the world. Saying goodbye to Bulma's parents and Oolong, Son Gofei called upon his somersault cloud and leapt on it with Son Goku, soaring into the sky and flying towards the outskirts of the western capital. Brother, where are we going now? Go to the Holy Land of Kalon. So far, the potential and combat effectiveness of the 2 brothers have far exceeded the original progress, but Sun Wufei feels that it is still not enough. Too slow. This speed of improvement is good enough to deal with Piccolo Daimao, but it is not enough to compete with Scion Raditz, the evil big brother who invaded the Earth. Not to mention that there are even stronger Nappa and Scion Prince Vegeta later on. The progress of cultivation must be further accelerated. Sun Wufei aimed at Karan-sama. The location of the Holy Land of Karin is tens of thousands of miles north of Zidu and few people know about it. It was thanks to Bulma's help that Sun Wufei was able to roughly determine the location of the Holy Land of Karin. It will probably take a lot of time to find the Holy Land of Kalin. Chapter 14. Turtle-style Qigong Wave. Turtle-style Qigong Wave. In the north, in a castle 1,000 kilometers away from the Holy Land of Kalin, the brothers Son Goku and Son Goku each fired a Kamehameha wave, smashing the two heavy mechas into pieces. This is a base of the Red Ribbon Army. After leaving Bulma's house in the western capital, the brothers Sun Wufei and Son Goku have been fighting with the Red Ribbon Army for almost 2 months. Some enemies are destined and cannot be avoided, such as the world's #1 evil army organization, the Red Ribbon Army. In fact, the cause of the incident was very simple. Goku just couldn't stand the Red Ribbon Army bullying the villagers in a village, so he acted bravely to help. As a result, the feud grew bigger and bigger, and finally the Red Silk Army sent out troops to destroy the Sun Wufei brothers and the town together. The result is self-evident. The invading Red Silk Army was annihilated by the Sun Wufei brothers. Passively taking a beating has never been Sun Wufei's character. Since we are already enemies, we must eradicate all evil. The two brothers made a plan and rushed directly into Masruda, the base of the Red Ribbon Army in the northern region. After a fierce battle, they directly destroyed Masruda, rescued the captured villagers, and also got to know the kind-hearted android number 8. Kalin Holy Land? You've come to the wrong place. Kalin Holy Land is in a primitive jungle more than 1,000 kilometers southwest of here. Hearing that Sun Wufei and his brother were looking for the Holy Land of Kalin, the village chief was surprised. Why are you going to the Holy Land of Kalin? Do you want to climb the Kalin Tower as well? What is Karin Tat? Son Goku blinked, very curious. Kalin Tower is a tall tower in the Kalin Holy Land, reaching straight into the sky. No one knows how high it is. Legend has it that if someone can climb to the top of the tower by their own strength, they will meet the immortal on the tower. Drinking the holy water given by the immortal will greatly increase their power. The village chief smiled and said, but legends are always legends. So far, I haven't heard of anyone climbing up. Village chief, do you know the exact location of the Kalin Holy Land? Can you point it out to us? Sun Wufei's eyes lit up and he asked the village chief. Of course. The village chief smiled and said, you helped us solve a big problem. There's no need to be polite about this little thing. He then led the two brothers outside, gave Son Goku and Son Goku each a radar, and taught them how to use it. Keep going in this direction, and you will reach the Holy Land of Kalin in 1,000 kilometers. The village chief said, looking at the Sun Wufei brothers, but if you walk there it will be too slow, how about you wait in the village for 2 days until our food buying plane comes back and we take you there? No need, village chief. We have the somersault cloud. Son Goku laughed, then made his hands into trumpet shapes and shouted towards the sky, somersault cloud, come come come. The shout was heard from far away, and a yellow cloud flew down from the sky in response. It was the somersault cloud. It really is the somersault cloud. The old village chief's eyes widened. Only good children with pure hearts can ride on this somersault cloud. There used to be quite a few in our village, but unfortunately no one can ride on it now. You really are good kids. Good boy? Sun Wufei curled his lips secretly. His younger brother Son Goku was simple and kind, and could be considered a good boy, but he was not. He does things based on his own preferences and only considers the results. As for whether it is just or the means are honorable, that doesn't matter. The winner takes it all, especially in this world where strength is paramount. However, perhaps it was a benefit for time travelers, the somersault cloud automatically regarded him as a person with a pure mind, or it could be said that the somersault cloud could not sense his thoughts at all and could only classify him as pure. No matter what, it's a good thing. At least others will be friendly to him. Let's go. The Holy Land of Kalin. After riding the somersault cloud for a long time, the two brothers saw a large primeval forest in the distance. In the distance, there was a huge pillar that reached straight into the sky. That should be Karin Tat. Finally found it. Call out. Just as Sun Wufei was feeling happy, he suddenly heard a strange sound of breaking through the air. Looking back, he saw a missile coming towards them. Not good. Wave. In a hurry, Sun Wufei directly fired a Kamehameha wave. Fortunately, the two brothers have been practicing against each other every day these days, and they have become very proficient in controlling the Kamehameha wave, otherwise they would not be able to react in time. Boom! The Kamehameha wave and the missile collided and exploded violently in mid-air. A strong blast of air rushed towards them, and because they were too close, Son Goku and Son Wufei couldn't even avoid the scattered debris. He was knocked down from the somersault cloud, fell to the ground, and grimaced in pain. My physical strength is still not enough. While taking a deep breath, Son Wufei felt emotional in his heart. The brothers' current physical strength makes them not afraid of ordinary guns and artillery, but they will still feel pain if hit. And if it is a really powerful thermal weapon, it can still hurt them. Becoming stronger is urgent. Brother, it's those bad guys from the Red Ribbon Army. They have been following us. Chapter 15. In fact, Son Goku didn't need to tell him, he also saw the Red Ribbon Army logo on the pursuing jet fighter. These guys come so fast. Ha 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 ha. Boys, I finally caught up with you. Let's see where you can run this time. Amidst the wild laughter, the door of the jet fighter opened, and a figure jumped down from mid-air and landed steadily on the ground. This guy is a master. Son Wufei's pupil shrank. He could feel that the opponent's chi was very strong, and his combat power was about 120, but still not as good as his two brothers. Who are you? Son Goku pulled out the Ruyi stick, pointed at the man and asked. I am General Blue of the Blue Corps of the Red Silk Army. You two brats, how dare you go against our Red Silk Army? You really want to die? The man was very tall, probably over 1.8 meters tall. Although he was wearing the uniform of the Red Silk Army, his muscles were bulging and he looked very explosive. His face looked quite handsome, but there was an evil charm in it that made Son Wufei feel disgusted. Blue. I seem to have some impression of this name, but I just can't remember it clearly. There's no way. There were too many characters in the early Dragon Ball world. Minor characters like this are not even important. It doesn't matter if you can't remember them clearly. Goku, this guy is in your hands. Quickly take care of him and let's go into the Holy Land. Son Wufei was too lazy to take action against such a person, but Son Goku's eyes lit up when he heard it. Brother, you said this, don't snatch it from me. Son Goku held the Ruyi stick in both hands, pointed at General Blue and shouted, Hey, take out your weapons and fight me. Weapons? Ha ha ha. General Blue laughed wildly. I can handle a little guy like you with just one hand. Why would I need weapons? Don't you use weapons? Son Goku frowned and put the Ruyi staff behind his back, then I'll fight you with my bare hands too. If you lose, leave now and don't delay us from finding the things. Boy, you dare to look down on me, you are looking for death. Son Goku's words made General Blue's face suddenly gloomy. He clenched his fists and made a punching stance. He suddenly rushed forward and punched Son Goku. Die, boy. Swish. A punch hit the air. Son Goku slightly sidestepped the punch, took a step forward, and kicked General Blue in the abdomen. Oh! General Blue's eyeballs were almost bulging out, he covered his abdomen with both hands, the corners of his mouth twitched, and saliva mixed with blood flowed out of his mouth and dripped onto the ground. You damned boy! Veins bulged on his forehead, and after recovering his breath, General Blue kicked Son Goku viciously. Still dodged easily, Son Goku jumped up and did a spinning kick, hitting General Blue hard on the right face. Call out! His body was kicked and flew backwards for more than 20 meters, and fell heavily to the ground. Ah, cough, BD. General Blue's entire face was swollen. When he opened his mouth, 2 bloody teeth fell out, and his expression instantly became extremely hideous. You dare to hurt my handsome face and my teeth. Ah! Brat, I will kill you, I must kill you. Swish! A universal capsule appeared in General Blue's hand. With the press of a button, a sharp sword appeared and he slashed at Son Goku. Hehe, it's too slow, you can't hit it. Son Goku flashed at an extremely fast speed, and he moved among General Blue's sword light. The blade couldn't even touch the corner of his clothes, but instead raised a cloud of dust. Son Goku on the side frowned, Goku, stop playing. Get rid of him quickly, we are in a hurry. Oh, okay, brother. Son Goku's playful face straightened and his eyes suddenly became sharp. He moved his body and escaped from the sword light, rolled twice in the air, pushed the ground hard with his toes, and rushed forward suddenly. Rock, scissors, paper. With his right palm open, he punched General Blue hard in the chest. Wow! A mouthful of blood spurted out of General Blue's mouth, and a piece of his chest sank. There was a sound of bone breaking, and he rolled out. You lose, leave now and I will spare your life. Son Goku put away his attacking posture and clapped his hands. This guy Goku is still too kind-hearted. Sun Wufei shook his head and was about to step forward and kill General Blue. Suddenly, General Blue got up from the ground and stared at Son Goku with a ferocious face. A strange blue light flashed in his eyes. Not good. Sun Wufei was startled and quickly turned his head away. He remembered that this guy was the homosexual pervert in the Red Silk Army whose eyes had superpowers and could freeze a person's body. Wow, my body can't move. Son Goku was caught off guard and was hit by the superpower. His body was immobilized. It felt like he was being held down by 10 times the gravity. It was extremely difficult to even move his little finger. Ha ha ha. Boy, aren't you very capable? Now that I've got my superpowers, I wonder how you can still jump around. Go to hell. The sharp blade, with the sound of breaking through the air, chopped towards the head of Son Goku who was unable to move. Chapter 16. When a crisp sound of metal clashing was heard, Son Goku appeared in front of Son Goku, with white light flashing on his palm, blocking General Blue's long sword. The sharp blade was completely unable to break through Son Wufei's fur at this moment, and was held tightly by Son Wufei like wood. How is it possible? The hideous smile on General Blue's face froze instantly, and he looked at the scene in disbelief. Click! Son Wufei exerted force on his hands, and the long sword broke into pieces. Monster! General Blue was filled with shock and anger. He staggered back 2 steps and swung the broken knife in his hand towards Son Wufei. Son Wufei tilted his head slightly, and the broken knife flew past his hair and pierced deeply into the big tree 10 meters behind him. Superpowers! General Blue's eyes flashed blue again, and he wanted to use the same trick again. You want to use the same trick twice in front of me? Idiot! With a cold snort, Son Wufei moved his feet, shot forward, and inserted 2 fingers like steel forks directly into General Blue's eyes. Blood splattered everywhere. Ah! My eyes! With his eye destroyed, the restrictions on Son Goku's superpowers were instantly lifted, and Son Goku regained his ability to move. With a face full of anger, he clenched his fists and shouted, "You bad guy! You actually plotted against me! I'm going to teach you a lesson!" As he was about to rush forward, he was stopped by Son Wufei. Goku, what this guy needs is not a lesson. What is that? Son Goku was puzzled. It's death. A cold murderous intent flashed in Son Wufei's eyes, and his body shot out, punching General Blue on the back. There was a crackling sound of bones breaking, and his body shot out at an angle. Son Wufei kept running and quickly caught up with him. He appeared under General Blue and kicked up with his right leg. Bang! General Blue screamed again, and his body was knocked high into the sky. Wonderful waves! Without any hesitation, Son Wufei directly blasted out the Kamehameha wave. The terrifying light wave rushed up to the sky and hit General Blue heavily. Ah! This is impossible, no! Amid screams, a violent explosion sounded in the sky, and fireworks filled the air. When the fireworks gradually dissipated, there was no trace of General Blue, only a few debris falling from the sky. It's a monster! Run, run! The Red Ribbon Army soldiers who had just stepped off a jet fighter to help were terrified. They rushed onto the plane shouting and took off to escape. Want to escape? Son Wufei glanced at him coldly, pulled out a large rock from the ground beside him, took aim, and threw it out at high speed. Call out! The huge rock shot straight into the sky and penetrated the fuselage directly, causing the entire jet fighter to explode in the air. Son Goku's eyes were a little straight. Brother, you killed them all. Why not kill them and keep them for the festival? Son Wufei snorted coldly, turned his head, frowned and looked at Son Goku seriously, and said in a deep voice, Goku, I know you have a kind heart and always want to let others off the hook, but what happened just now has made it very clear that if you show mercy to others, they may not show mercy to you. But Son Goku still felt a little reluctant. Goku, not everyone can change their ways. Eliminate all evil. Being kind to your enemies is being cruel to your family and friends. Why don't you think about it? If the other party doesn't change, how many innocent people will be killed because of your kindness? Sometimes, if you let one person go, you'll hurt hundreds, thousands, or even countless people. Do you understand? It's a wake-up call. Son Goku was stunned. As far as he could remember, no one had ever said such things to him, and this was the first time that Sun Wufei spoke to him in such a serious tone. But, brother, how do we know whether a person is good or bad? We can't kill him just because we think he is a bad person, right? After thinking about it carefully, Son Goku asked. Why not? Sun Wufei said coldly, anyone who is an enemy can be killed. Seeing Son Goku frowning, Son Goku sighed inwardly, thinking that it would be difficult for his kind-hearted brother to accept his idea. Never mind. Too much is as bad as too little. Goku, in short, for those who desperately want to kill you or attack your relatives and friends, you must not show any mercy. If you can kill them in one shot, never use 2 shots. Your biggest weakness is that you like to hide your strength and compete with your opponents. But in my opinion, this behavior is likely to give others an opportunity to take advantage of you and deal you a fatal blow. Do you understand? Oh. Son Goku nodded in understanding. Judging from his expression, he did hear a little, but not much. Sun Wufei shook his head. It is difficult to change one's nature. With Goku's temper, it would be unrealistic to expect him to completely accept his point of view. It doesn't matter, as long as he can correct some of his shortcomings a little bit. As for the future, let's take it one step at a time. Now that the annoying flies have been dealt with, it's time to enter the Holy Land and go up to Karin Tower. Chapter 17. The headquarters base of the Red Silk Army. What? General Blue was killed? Are those 2 brats really that powerful? Damn it! Commander Reed of the Red Silk Army threw the phone in his hand and ordered with gritted teeth, go. Contact Tao Bibai and ask him to come over. Tao Bibai? They are just 2 little kids. There's no need to mobilize Tao Bibai, right? Beads of sweat appeared on the forehead of the Black Adjutant Bulekyu. What? Are you questioning my orders? Commander Reed glanced at the Black Adjutant. I dare not. The Black Adjutant was startled and stood at attention quickly, I will go right away. No one can go against us, the Red Ribbon Army. Anyone who goes against us must die. A low roar sounded in Commander Reed's room. In the Holy Land of Kalin. You want to climb up the Karin Tower. Bola, the guardian of the Holy Land of Kalin, looked at the Sun Wufei brothers with some surprise. Bola looks very much like the Indians from Sun Wufei's previous life, but he is much stronger and has a strong body that is not afraid of ordinary gun attacks. He and his son Yuba lived in the Holy Land of Kalin under the Kalin Tower and had been guarding it silently for many years. Ordinary people are not allowed to enter the Holy Land of Kalin, but the Sun Wufei brothers are different. They came in riding on the somersault cloud. Those who can ride on the somersault cloud are people with pure minds. Yuba and Son Goku get along very well, and Bola also thinks that Son Goku is very extraordinary. Right. We want to climb up. Is it for the super holy water? What is super holy water? Son Goku was curious. The super holy water is the holy water from the immortal who lives on the top of Kalin Tower in legend. It can greatly increase a person's martial arts skills. Legend has it that there was a man who climbed up there, got the super holy water, and became a world-famous martial artist. Bola explained. So powerful? Can we become stronger if we drink it? Son Goku looked excited. I'm afraid not. Sun Wufei shrugged. Ah? Why? Son Goku was stunned and turned to look at Sun Wufei. Does my brother know something now? Since childhood, Son Goku felt that his brother Sun Wufei was much smarter than him and knew many, many things. He was used to his brother's foresight. It was my brother who suggested coming to the Holy Land of Kalin this time. Maybe he already knew something. Looking at Son Goku's rolling eyes, Son Goku smiled, Goku, you also know the martial artist who climbed up Karin Tower to get the super holy water. It's Master Roshi, the Buten sensei. Master Roshi grandpa? Really? Son Goku widened his eyes in surprise. Certainly. Sun Wufei nodded affirmatively, but super holy water is really just a legend. It's just ordinary water. What? This time, it wasn't just Son Goku who was surprised, but also Bola and Upa. Impossible. How can the super holy water be just ordinary water? Bola shook his head in disbelief, if that's the case, then how did Master Wu Tian become stronger after drinking it? Master Roshi didn't become stronger because he drank the super holy water. Sun Wufei laughed mysteriously, he became stronger while climbing up the Kalin Tower, and the super holy water cannot be obtained by just climbing up, you need to snatch it from the Kalin Immortal. Hey, this is no easy task. It's like a special training. So that's how it is. After Sun Wufei's explanation, everyone understood. The super holy water is fake, but the training process to grab the super holy water is real. Then Brother Goku, do you want to climb up? Upa asked, holding Son Goku's hand. Certainly. Son Goku's eyes were filled with fighting spirit, we will definitely become stronger if we can train under the sage. Right, brother? That's right. Sun Wufei nodded affirmatively, and then a shy smile appeared on his face. Uncle Bra, can you give us something to eat? We are so hungry. Yeah, I'm so hungry too. I have no strength left. I can't climb Karin Tower without strength. Son Goku also cried out, holding his stomach. Bola smiled, that's easy. There's nothing else in Kalin Holy Land, but there's plenty of food. Yeah, my dad's cooking is delicious. Goku brother, Gofei brother, you're in for a treat. Bola's cooking skills were indeed impeccable. A large amount of delicious food was eaten up cleanly by the Sun Wufei brothers in a flash. Wow, I'm full. So full. Son Goku patted his belly with a satisfied look and grinned. Yes, it's delicious. Uncle Bra, thank you very much. Sun Wufei wiped his mouth, stood up, and looked towards Karin Tower. Goku, it's time for us to set off. The two brothers looked at each other, and rushed up to Karin Tower one after the other. He continued to climb up on the ring-shaped protrusions on the Kalin Tower, and in a short while he was out of the sight of Bola and Upa. So fast. I can't see anything anymore. It's amazing. Upa tilted his head back, opened his mouth wide, and exclaimed in admiration. At this time, in the headquarters of the Red Silk Army, the world's #1 killer Tao Bibai appeared in Commander Reed's room. Chapter 18. I am Tao Pai Pai, the world's #1 killer. Tao Bibai has a mustache and long braids, and wears a pink robe with the word kill written on the front and Killiu on the back. His eyes were cold and sharp, and he didn't look like a good person at first glance. Are you the Tao Bibai? The world's #1 killer. The black adjutant looked at Tao Bibai with some doubt. Just from the appearance, you can't tell how powerful Tao Bibai is. What, you want to try it? Tao Bibai glanced at the black adjutant, with a hint of murderous intent revealed in his eyes. No, thanks. The black adjutant felt a chill on his back and quickly waved his hand. Let me make it clear first, my fees are very high, 100 million yuan for killing one person. 100 million yuan. Commander Reed was a little shocked, but he still nodded and agreed, as long as we can kill those two guys, money is not a problem. As he said this, he gave the photo of the Sun Wufei brothers to Tao Bibai. Are these the two little brats? The twin kids? They are not ordinary children, they are very powerful. It doesn't matter. As long as you pay, I will kill him no matter who he is. That's good. These two guys are called Son Goku and Sun Wufei. They have been against our Red Silk Army. They are now in the Holy Land of Karin. Go and kill them. If anyone obstructs, they will be killed without mercy. Kalin? Is it the Kalin 2,300 kilometers to the northeast? That's right. We have prepared a plane for you, this way please. Tao Bibai shook his head, no. The plane is too slow, lend me this pillar. Pillar? Commander Reed and the black adjutant were in shock. Tao Bibai touched the two ends of the pillar and kicked it. The pillar broke at both ends and he took it down easily. Then he took aim and threw it towards the sky. The whole person shot out and stepped on the flying pillar, flying towards the Holy Land of Kalin at an extremely fast speed. Awesome! So awesome! Now those two little devils are dead. I wonder who dares to go against our Red Silk Army. Commander Reed and the Black Adjutant both shouted excitedly. The Holy Land of Kalin, atop Kalin Tower. Boom boom boom. Sniff sniff. Rustle. Bang. The brothers Son Goku and Sun Wufei kept changing their postures and climbed up quickly. They had already passed through several layers of clouds. But I still couldn't see the top of the tower. Brother, where does this Karin tower end? We have been climbing for a long time. Son Goku looked at the tower which still could not be seen to the top, with sweat on his forehead. I don't know either, but we should be able to get there after dark, right? Son Goku isn't quite sure how high Karin tower is, but he and Son Goku are now much stronger than when they climbed Karin tower in the original story. If he remembered correctly, in the original story Son Goku climbed for a day and a night to get there, so they should be able to arrive earlier. Go on. Try to climb up before dark. I don't want to sleep standing up on this tower. Encouraging themselves, the two brothers continued to climb quickly. Under the Karin tower, Upa sat on his father Bola's shoulders and suddenly pointed to the sky and asked curiously, Dad, look what that is? It's flying towards us. It's a person. There's a person up there. Flying over here. Not good. When Bola took a closer look, his face changed drastically and he dodged in panic. Tao Bibai, who was standing on the pillar and swooping down towards the holy land of Kalin, stepped hard, and the pillar slid down at an even faster speed, half of it inserted into the soil. I almost ran into Bola and his son. Tao Bibai landed lightly on the other end of the pillar that was exposed above the ground. You, who are you? The world's #1 killer, Tao Bibai. Killer? What are you doing in the holy land of Karin? I was asked to find 2 little devils. They are them. Tao Bibai moved his finger, and the photos of the Sun Wufei brothers flew towards Bola like hidden weapons. It's Gofei and Goku. Bola took a look and his face darkened. What do you want to do with them? That's right, it seems that you really know the whereabouts of these 2 brats. Tell me, I can consider sparing your lives, how about it? Son Goku and Son Goku, who were trying to climb up the tower, had no idea what was happening at the bottom of Karin tower. It was gradually getting dark. The 2 brothers had been climbing for almost a whole day, from morning to night. Why hasn't it arrived yet? I'm almost out of strength and I'm so hungry. Son Goku gasped, and Son Wufei was not much better. This Kalin tower is so tall. In fact, this also shows from another perspective that the 2 brothers are still too weak, otherwise they would not have taken so long to climb. Hey! Suddenly, Son Wufei felt a powerful energy coming from the tower. Goku, do you feel that? What? Chi. A powerful chi. It's right above. Son Goku raised his head, and suddenly, his expression changed. Yes. He is really strong. Much stronger than us. Is he the immortal on the tower? We're almost at the top of the tower. Chapter 19. Feeling the powerful energy coming from the top of the tower, the brothers Son Goku and Son Wufei suddenly became motivated and climbed up the tower at a faster speed. After a while, the sky became completely dark, and the 2 brothers finally saw the top of the tower. We're finally here. After climbing in through the hole at the bottom of the tower, Son Goku and Son Wufei sat on the ground to catch their breath for a while, then walked up the stairs to the upper floor. Excuse me, is Karin here? Son Goku asked loudly. Not bad, not bad. It only took us 8 hours to climb up here. You 2 may not be big in size, but you are really capable. A fat cat holding a cane looked at the Son Wufei brothers and began to praise them. It was the immortal Karin. Aren't you shorter than us? Son Goku winked. You are very rude. The fat cat, no, it was the immortal Karin, looking unhappy. I'm sorry, immortal Karin, my brother is straightforward and doesn't know how to talk, please don't mind. Son Wufei walked forward, bowed to immortal Karin and said with a smile. He is Karin's sage? Isn't he a cat? Son Goku opened his mouth in surprise. It is a cat, but a fairy cat. Don't be fooled by the young appearance of Fairy Kalin, he is already over 800 years old, said Son Wufei. More than 800 years old? Is that true? That's much older than us. I can't tell at all. Son Goku's eyes widened. So you must respect me. Immortal Kalin raised his head high and glanced at Son Wufei. How does this guy know that he is 800 years old? Could he also read minds? No, I don't feel the power of mind reading at all, strange. Quietly, Sage Karin used his mind reading technique on Son Wufei, but the result was blurry and he could not sense anything. Could this kid also have divine power? But that's not right. I don't feel anything at all. It's strange. Karin used his mind reading ability on Son Goku again, and this time it was successful. So you are the disciples of Master Wu Tian. It's strange. They are twin brothers with similar abilities. How come I can read the younger brother's mind but not the older brother's? Besides, where did this guy know the news about me? Karan Sage's mind was full of question marks. He read from Son Goku's mind that it was Son Goku who brought him to Karan Tower in order to become stronger. But how did Son Goku know that? Even Son Goku didn't know. This boy is really a mysterious guy. You don't seem to have any bad intentions. Tell me, what are you doing here? Are you here for the super holy water? No. Sun Wufei shook his head. Super holy water is just ordinary water. I already knew that. My brothers and I came here this time to ask you, Master Karan, to train us. You even know this. Immortal Karan was speechless. Strange guy. This is the first time I've met someone like you. He tilted his head and stared at Son Goku, then looked at Son Goku, and then Karan nodded. Okay, I can train you, but the prerequisite is that you grab this jug of super holy water from me first. Sun Wufei smiled. This was exactly what he was waiting for from Immortal Karan. Master Karan, you must be prepared. We will not show mercy. No need to prepare, just come together. Immortal Karan stood proudly, shaking his three beards on both sides. Goku. Elder brother. Let's go. One on the left and one on the right, the brothers Sun Wufei and Son Goku rushed towards Karan Sage at the same time. The target is the super holy water bottle hung on the top of the wooden staff by the Immortal Karan. Swish! The body of Immortal Karan suddenly flashed and disappeared. With Sun Wufei's current eyesight, he could only catch a blurry shadow. So fast! With an abrupt stop, Sun Wufei turned around and shot out. At the same moment, Son Goku also changed direction and rushed towards Karan Sage. The reaction is quite quick. Immortal Karan was a little surprised, but then he disappeared again, and the Sun Wufei brothers collided violently. Ouch! It hurts. It hurts so much. The two men covered their heads and screamed. Isn't the speed of this Immortal Karan too fast? You will never be able to snatch the super holy water from me in your entire life at this rate. Martial arts is not just about speed and strength, but also about being able to guess other people's next move. Karan shook his beard and said sarcastically with a leisurely look on his face. Speculating on other people's actions? Sun Wufei narrowed his eyes slightly. Does Master Karan mean to make a prediction? Breaking the enemy's moves as they come, anticipating the enemy's moves, and achieving the best destructive power at the lowest cost, this seems to have something in common with the Chinese martial arts of the previous life. Son Goku muttered in dissatisfaction as he pondered, damn it. If I wasn't hungry, I could have grabbed it in 2 or 3 moves. Really? Then I'll let you have a good meal. Karan the Immortal threw a senzu bean to Son Goku. Here, eat it. Just 1 bean? Aren't you too stingy? Son Goku muttered as he looked at the senzu bean in his hand. Don't talk nonsense. These are senzu beans. If you eat one, you won't be hungry for 10 days. Real. Son Goku ate the senzu beans doubtfully, and in an instant, his physical strength was restored to its peak and he was not hungry at all. It's amazing. How could this happen? A look of surprise. Hey, don't you want one? Immortal Karan shouted to Sun Wufei who was in deep thought. Chapter 20. Want. Don't be a fool for good stuff like senzu beans. Crack. Sun Wufei caught the magic beans thrown by Karan the Immortal, broke them into 2 halves, carefully put 1 half into his arms, and chewed and swallowed the other half. In an instant, all physical strength was restored. Just to restore strength, half a senzu bean is enough. Leave the other half, maybe it will come in handy someday. This is a life-saving treasure. Hey! Seeing Sun Wufei's actions, a hint of surprise flashed in the eyes of Karan Immortal, but he didn't say much. Come on. Goku, you go first. Son Goku said as he flew towards Son Goku. I'll go first? Okay. Son Goku didn't think too much, his eyes suddenly became sharp, and he rushed towards Karan Sage. Karan continued to dodge, his movements smooth and fast, Son Goku couldn't even touch him. However, Sun Wufei clearly saw that the gap between the two's movements seemed to have narrowed. It's Goku who's getting faster. Goku's speed is getting faster and faster. This is cultivation. Allow the body to continuously adapt to faster speeds and contain more and stronger energy. Another thing is that Son Goku discovered that there was nothing superfluous in Kairon's movements, and every time, he would react when Son Goku just took action. He reacts according to the flow of Son Goku's ki. I see, this is what prediction is. Hey, although it is somewhat similar to the ancient Chinese martial arts, the principles are still very different. Sun Wufei finally understood that in this world, the improvement of combat power and the flow of power in the body can all form the flow of qi. As long as you can skillfully control the flow of qi and detect any tiny changes, you can exert the limit of your own strength. This is the essence of Earth's martial arts, using the small to defeat the big, and using realm to drive the increase of strength. Boy, what are you laughing at? Do you think you can grab this super holy water bottle? The smile on Sun Wufei's lips was noticed by Immortal Karin, who frowned slightly and asked with some dissatisfaction. His speed didn't slow down at all, he was still dodging calmly. No, it should be said that he was still toying with Son Goku. I can't get it. Son Goku shook his head. Now, neither me nor Goku can match your speed and strength, but, with a slight curl of his lips, Sun Wufei pointed his right thumb at himself and said, as long as we stay here for 2 more days, and our energy is improved, and our speed and strength are increased, we will definitely be able to grab it. He actually knows how to be angry. Karin was startled and slightly distracted, and was almost caught by Son Goku. He moved suddenly, leaving a trail of afterimage, and retreated to the side. Afterimage fist? Hey, I can do that too. Son Goku grabbed nothing and was slightly stunned. Then a sly smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. His body swayed, and more than a dozen afterimages appeared in an instant, surrounding Karin Sage. So many afterimages. This kid. Karin frowned slightly, then suddenly kicked one of the afterimages. It's this one. Swish. Passing through the shadow. Haha, you're wrong, I'm here. The things are mine. Son Goku rushed over from the other side, shouting happily, but he missed. Passed through the afterimage of the immortal Karin. It hit the floor hard. Oh, it hurts so much. I've already told you that you can't get it like this. Goku, let me take your turn. You watch carefully and experience what happened in the fight just now. Sun Wufei called out to Son Goku. Oh, come on, brother. Son Goku nodded and stepped aside, watching as Son Goku flew towards Karin Sage. Attack with your fists. Sun Wufei actually punched Karin. Moreover, this punch almost hit Master Karin in the face. What? Immortal Karin was startled and quickly dodged, but Sun Wufei followed closely. Bang 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 bang. The sound of fierce fighting rang out, and Immortal Karin finally couldn't help but fight back. Awesome. Bro is awesome. Son Goku's eyes lit up as he watched, but he frowned immediately. But how did brother do it? His speed has increased, but it's about the same as mine. Goku, pay attention to sense the energy flowing in our bodies. Think about what I told you. Sun Wufei shouted and attacked with even more force. The aura of Immortal Karin is now higher than his. With such a good training partner, he doesn't need to be polite at all. Angry? Oh, by the way, my brother told me. Son Goku closed his eyes and sensed it carefully. Soon, he saw it. 2 groups of air are constantly flowing and colliding. It's Karin the Immortal and Sun Wufei. Every time the 2 men fight, the energy flowing through their bodies will change. Even though his eyes were closed, Son Goku could see very clearly at this moment. So this is what my brother meant by chi. I understand. Son Goku opened his eyes, a gleam of light flashed in his eyes, and with a shout of excitement, he rushed towards the standing circle. Brother, I'm here to help you. Chapter 21. When the 2 brothers joined forces, the pressure on Karin Immortal suddenly increased. He had to use his real skills to deal with it, and his speed soared again. The use of chi has become more and more mysterious. Awesome. This cat is amazing. Son Goku sighed in his heart. In the original work, Son Goku was able to grow up safely, probably because he fell on his head and became innocent, right? Otherwise, he would have been killed by Master Roshi or Karin Sage long ago. Faced with Karin's all-out effort, the brothers Son Goku and Sun Wufei became more and more motivated, and the 3 of them continued to fight on the top of Karin Tower, and 2 days passed in the blink of an eye. The 3rd morning. We must get the super holy water today. Sun Wufei and Son Goku took an offensive stance and then rushed forward fiercely. Fight, fight, fight! Call out! After holding on for a while, Immortal Karin was accidentally kicked by Sun Wufei on the wooden stick in his hand. Under the shock of power, the wooden stick flew out of his hand. Wow, super holy kettle! Son Goku yelled and jumped out of the fence, grabbing the wooden staff, but his body fell towards the clouds below. Damn it! This idiot! Sun Wufei was shocked. He already knew that the super holy water bottle contained ordinary water, so why was he chasing it so desperately? Somersault cloud! A loud shout came from the clouds below, and Son Goku flew up on his somersault cloud. Sun Wufei finally breathed a sigh of relief. I almost forgot about the somersault cloud. However, the somersault cloud is an external possession after all, just like the Ruyi stick. It is okay to use it at the current stage, but you have to rely on yourself in the long run. You have to learn the flying technique as soon as possible. I might as well learn from Master Kalin this time. Master Karin, we have got this pot. Can you train us now? Jumping down from the somersault cloud, Son Goku held up the pot of super holy water with an excited look on his face and asked Karin the sage. Ahem, not bad, you got it so quickly. Two amazing guys, it only took 3 days. Back then, Master Roshi took 3 full years to get it. Actually, I have nothing left to teach you. Ah! Son Goku was stunned. Karin-sensei, you promised to train us. Yes, I promised, and I did it. The immortal Kalin nodded. You two brothers climbed up the Kalin Tower and fought with me to get the bottle. This was very effective training. Now both of you have increased your strength several times more than before. Really? It seems to be true. Son Goku looked at his hands and moved them. Come to think of it, I couldn't keep up with the speed of Master Kalin at the beginning, but now I can fight him back and forth. I have indeed become stronger. Thank you, Sage Karin. Son Goku thanked Sage Karin with a smile. Sun Wufei didn't react at all. Brother, why don't you say thank you? Of course we have to thank you, but we still have a special skill that we would like to ask Master Karin to teach us. What's the trick? Flying technique. Sun Wufei chuckled and said, Master Karin, you should know the flying technique, right? It's about controlling the energy in your body to escape the Earth's gravity and fly in the sky. Don't be stingy, teach us all. There is such a special skill? Flying in the sky, is it true? Son Goku looked surprised. Of course. How can you be called an immortal if you can't even fly? Don't underestimate the immortal Kalin. Sun Wufei complimented the immortal Karin and laughed secretly in his heart. This time, I am not afraid that you, the cat, will not agree. Sure enough, after hesitating for a while, immortal Kalin nodded and agreed. The principle of flying technique is actually very simple. First, you need to guide the chi out of your body, like this. A trace of energy fluctuations appeared in the hands of immortal Kalin, condensing into a ball of light, which emitted dazzling light. Everyone has chi in their body, but not everyone can sense it. You two brothers can already sense the chi, now it depends on whether you can draw it out. Immortal Karin held back his energy, held his head high and said pretentiously, a normal person, even if he is very talented, needs a week. A gifted martial artist can guide it within 3 days. You. Buzz buzz buzz. Before Karin Sage could finish his words, 2 balls of light had already appeared in the palms of the brothers Son Gofei and Son Goku, dazzling and eye-catching. Hermit Karin was stunned and speechless. I learned it right after watching it. Isn't this potential and comprehension so good? These 2 brothers are simply perverts. Ahem. Not bad, not bad. It seems that your control over chi has reached a certain level. It won't be difficult to learn the flying technique. It should take 5 days, no, 3 days. After being stunned for a while, Karin coughed twice to cover up his embarrassment and began to explain the key points of flying technique. The brothers Son Goku and Son Wufei listened attentively, and guided the energy to circulate in their bodies according to what Karin said. An hour later. Brother, I can fly. Haha. Yo-ho. Yo-ho. Chapter 22. Son Goku quickly circled and rolled around Karin Tat, trying out various moves. Son Wufei, on the other hand, floated outside of Karin Tower, punching and kicking, constantly trying to adjust the rhythm of fighting in the floating state to adapt his body to this state. He even used the afterimage fist in the air. Hermit Karin was sweating all over his forehead. All his theories on the limits of martial arts were overturned at this moment by the brothers Son Goku and Son Wuofei. Master Karin, is there anything else you can teach us? After playing in the air for a while, Son Goku flew into the Karin Tower and asked Karin Sage excitedly. No more, no more. Karin the Immortal waved his hands repeatedly, from now on, it's up to you to train on your own. Meow. My savings have been almost drained by these two guys, what else is there to teach me? I've lived for 800 years, and I've never seen two such perverted guys. And they have tails, could they be aliens? Such a thought suddenly flashed through the mind of Immortal Kallen, but he immediately threw it aside. No matter where he is from, as long as he can ride on the somersault cloud, he is a good person with a pure heart, and that is enough. After thanking Karin Sage, the brothers Son Goku and Son Wuofei left Karin Tower and flew down the tower. There is only half a month left until the start of the world's #1 martial arts tournament, so we have to hurry back to Kame Island. As for the super divine water in the hands of Immortal Kallen that can truly stimulate all potential, let's drink it after the martial arts conference. Brother, let's go say goodbye to Yuba before we leave. Of course. Farewell is a must. The two controlled their chi and flew down along the tower. This was much faster than when they first climbed up, and soon they were close to the ground. Hey! Such a strong energy, full of coldness and blood. Suddenly, Son Goku's expression changed. Son Wuofei also noticed it, and the smile on his face disappeared immediately. He found that the energy of Yuba's father Bola had become very weak and was about to disappear. Something must have happened. Swish! Falling from the sky and landing on the ground, Son Wuofei glanced around and his face instantly became gloomy. Yuba's father, Bola, was nailed to a tree by his own weapon, a spear. The blood flowing from the wound on the right chest had almost coagulated, and it was obvious that this was not the first day he had been nailed to the tree. The piercing point was extremely tricky, only injuring but not killing. The person who did it must be an expert and quite vicious. Yuba! Son Goku screamed, and Yuba, who was tied to the same big tree, was awakened in a daze. After seeing Son Goku and Son Goku clearly, he burst into tears. Brother Goku, please save my dad, we of you. Hey, he finally showed up. I was waiting for so long. A sneer sounded, and two branches shot towards the Son Wuofei brothers like sharp arrows. Oink! Puff! Son Wuofei and the other man moved slightly, and the branch shot past them and sank into the trunk of a large tree 10 meters behind them. A figure appeared next to the big tree where Bola and Yuba were. A striking pink robe, long braids, and a big kill word on the chest. Son Wuofei's pupils shrank slightly. Tao Bibai. Hey? You actually know me? Not bad, you have some experience. Tao Bibai's eyes flashed with a hint of surprise, and then he sneered again, but you still have to die. Brother, do you know him? Son Goku looked at Son Goku and asked. Well, Tao Peibai, the world's #1 killer, is Crane Hermit's younger brother. He is very powerful and ruthless. I'm afraid he was hired by the Red Silk Army to deal with us. Son Wuofei said in a deep voice. Tao Bibai heard the conversation between the two brothers clearly, and a hint of surprise appeared in his eyes. You know a lot, kid. That's right, I'm here to take your lives on behalf of Commander Red of the Red Silk Army. It's an honor for you to die at the hands of Tao Bibai, the world's #1 killer. Since you came to find us, why did you hurt Uncle Bola? Son Goku asked angrily. Come on, Goku, there's nothing to say to someone like Tao Pai. Son Wuofei waved his hand, called Son Goku, and whispered in his ear, you hold him back first, I'll go rescue the people, and then we'll kill him together. Good. Looking at the miserable appearance of Yuba and Bola, Son Goku became furious, veins on his forehead popped out, and without hesitation, he nodded heavily. Get started. Son Goku shouted as he charged towards Tao Pai, with Son Goku following closely behind. Want to die? I'll help you. Tao Bibai licked his lips, put his hands behind his back, rushed forward, and pointed a finger at Son Wuofei. Swish! Passing through the body, it leaves an afterimage. Son Wuofei's true form appeared next to Yuba and Bola. With a downward cut of the palm of the hand, the rope is cut directly. Brother Wuofei, save my father. Yuba was freed, hugged Son Wuofei, and pointed at his dying father Bulma and shouted. Chapter 23. Don't worry, your father will be fine. Next to them, Son Goku had already started fighting with Tao Pai Pai. Son Goku took a look and then looked away, taking out the half-senzu bean he had put away from his arms. Fortunately, I had left this half-senzu bean behind, and it comes in handy now. After pulling the gun out of Bulma's right chest, Sun Wufei fed half a senzu bean to Bulma. Eat it. These are the magic beans given by the immortal Kalin. They can save your life. Bulma was already on his deathbed. Upon hearing this, he swallowed half of the senzu bean with great effort. The next moment, the bloody hole on his right chest disappeared, and all his injuries and physical strength were restored. It's amazing. Bulma looked at his fully recovered body in shock and bowed to Sun Wufei to express his gratitude. Brother Wufei, thank you for saving my father. Wuba also looked grateful. No need to be polite. This guy came here for us. In the end, it was us who got you and your son into trouble. Sun Wufei looked at Tao Pai Pai who was fighting fiercely with Son Goku. This guy actually appeared so early and was so ruthless. Snort. Since you are in such a hurry to come out and die, don't even think about leaving. Bang. During the fierce battle, Tao Pai Pai was kicked by Son Goku, and his body was shot backwards and hit Karantaya hard. Damn, how can he be so strong? A look of panic appeared on Tao Pai Pai's face. In the fight with Son Goku just now, he didn't gain any advantage at all. Instead, he was suppressed by the opponent everywhere. This kid is actually so powerful. You are the world's #1 killer? Not that strong. Son Goku rubbed his nose with some contempt. Damn you little brat, I didn't use my full strength just now, don't be so proud. Tao Pai Pai's face was gloomy, and he roared, rushing towards Son Goku again. Swish! A figure flashed, and Sun Wufei appeared beside him. He kicked him in the chest and sent him flying. With a spun around and a strong kick on the ground, Sun Wufei chased after him at an even faster speed, made a 360-degree turn, and kicked Tao Pai Pai down from mid-air. Puff! Half of his body was buried in the ground. Brother, why are you stealing my opponent? Son Goku shouted with some dissatisfaction. Goku, this guy is a complete villain, he is not here for you to practice with. Sun Wufei snorted coldly. With Son Goku's current strength, if he had used his full strength, he would have killed Tao Pai Pai long ago. This kid is still too soft. Damn it! How dare you sneak attack me, you little brat! At this time, Tao Pai Pai pulled his body out of the soil with a rub. His clothes were torn and there were several wounds on his face. Roaring angrily, he tore off his torn robe and stretched out his right index finger towards Sun Wufei with a ferocious look on his face. A strong energy condensed on his index finger. Go to hell! Dong Dongbo! A dazzling wave of light flew out from Tao Pai Pai's index finger and shot towards Sun Wukong at an astonishing speed. If it was before going up the tower, Sun Wufei might not be able to see this move clearly. But now, a trifle. Sun Wufei bent his body in a horse stance, stretched out his hands, and crossed his palms in front of his body, making a wave-releasing gesture, blocking the light waves from Dong Dongbo. Bang! Sizzle! Oink oink! The light waves from the Dong Dongbo pushed him back and plowed 2 deep grooves on the ground. But he also blocked this move. The light wave ran out of energy and disappeared. Ow! It hurts so much. I felt a tingling pain in my palm, as if it was burned. The killing power of Tao Pai Pai's special move, the whole wave, is quite strong. This, damn it, how is this possible, my Dong Dongbo? Tao Pai Pai's outstretched fingers began to tremble, cold sweat dripped from his forehead, and he looked as if he had seen a ghost. This is his special move, the whole wave, which has always been invincible. But now it was blocked by Sun Wufei with his bare hands. Where on earth did this pervert come from? Damn it, I'm going to kill you. Tao Pai Pai took out a universal capsule from his trouser pocket, squeezed it, and turned it into a long sword, slashing at Sun Wufei frantically. Oh my god! Sun Wufei dodged several times and was almost hit. Fortunately, Tao Pai Pai's speed was not as fast as his, and he could judge the direction of Tao Pai Pai's knife by the flow of energy, otherwise he would be in trouble. But I can't get close this way. Brother, go on. Son Goku on the side shouted and threw the Ruyi stick over. Ruyi stick? Oh, I forgot about this treasure. Sun Wufei dodged Tao Bibai's sword with an afterimage punch and jumped high to catch the Ruyi stick. Get longer! The Ruyi stick suddenly became longer and chopped down fiercely, directly cutting off Tao Bibai's long sword. Tao Bibai was almost scared to death. Goku, go on! Sun Gofei threw the Ruyi stick back to Sun Goku and looked at Tao Pai Pai with disdain. My bare hands are enough to deal with you. Besides, I will definitely not show mercy. Chapter 24. Empty-handed? You actually said you were going to fight me, Master Tao Bibai, with bare hands? Boy, are you kidding me? Tao Bibai pointed his right thumb at himself with a grim smile on his face. Sun Wufei didn't waste any words. He stomped his feet on the ground, and the energy in his body burst out. He rushed directly in front of Tao Bibai. A hole! Ah! Tao Bibai yelled angrily and punched Sun Wufei. Too slow. With a disdainful snort, Sun Goku lowered his body slightly to avoid Tao Peibei's fist, stepped forward and punched, hitting Tao Peibei's stomach hard. Oh! Tao Bibai let out a scream that was not like a human voice, and his whole body was beaten into a shrimp shape. But Sun Wufei had no intention of stopping. He leaped up and slapped Tao Bibai's face with his two peaks, deforming it. Then he kicked him away and he hit the tree heavily. Cough, cough, cough. Large mouthfuls of blood gushed out of Tao Bibai's mouth. He half knelt on the ground, looking at Sun Wufei who was approaching in horror. Suddenly, he fell to his knees and begged loudly, I was wrong. Please forgive me. I will never kill anyone again. Brother, he admitted his mistake, why don't you let him go? Sun Goku on the side was stunned for a moment and spoke to Sun Gofei. Goku, have you forgotten what I told you? Eradicate all evil. Do you really think a guy who kills people like this will truly repent? Sun Wufei didn't even turn his head, staring at Tao Bibai with cold eyes. This guy just wanted to make me let my guard down so that he could launch a sneak attack. Only a fool like Goku would be fooled by such a ghostly trick. Want to deceive yourself? No way. I really regret it, really. As Tao Bibai spoke, he put his hand into his trouser pocket. The next moment, he suddenly took out a bomb, pulled the safety pin and wanted to throw it over. I told you I won't give you any chance. Do you think I'm kidding? Before the bomb was thrown, Sun Wufei appeared in front of Tao Peibei, grabbed his wrist and exerted force suddenly. Tao Bibai couldn't hold it, and the bomb was snatched away by Sun Wufei and stuffed into his mouth. Then he kicked him straight into the sky. Wonderful waves! An explosion sounded in the air. Sun Wufei, braving the oncoming heat wave, launched the Kamehameha wave and shot directly towards the center of the explosion. There was another more violent explosion, and the strong wind blew Yuba away. Fortunately, Sun Goku was quick enough to catch him. After a while, the smoke and dust dissipated, and not even a speck of ash was left in the air. Sun Wufei sensed it carefully and found that Tao Bibai's energy had indeed completely disappeared, not a single bit left. Brother, you really killed him. Sun Goku looked at the empty sky, unable to feel Tao Bibai's energy, and frowned slightly. Eradicate all evil. Sun Wufei turned to look at Sun Goku, his face very serious. Goku, don't forget what I told you. Think about it yourself, if we were the ones who lost today, would Tao Pai Pai let us go? And Yuba and Uncle Bola, they will all die too. If I let him go today, countless more people may die at his hands in the future. By then, will the lives of these people be attributed to my momentary weakness? This. Sun Goku was speechless. What Sun Gofei said did make sense. Forget it, the person is dead anyway, and he is indeed a bad guy who deserves to die, so let it be. After bidding farewell to Bola and Yuba, the two brothers Sun Wufei rode on the somersault cloud and flew towards the turtle house. Although they have learned the flying technique, the energy in their bodies is too weak to sustain the long-term consumption of the flying technique, and their speed is far inferior to that of the somersault cloud. It only took 2 days for the two brothers to return to Kame House. You two boys, if you didn't come back, I thought you wouldn't be able to make it to the #1 martial arts tournament in the world. Master Roshi looked at Sun Goku and Sun Wufei and snorted in dissatisfaction. It was the first time for him to teach such a disciple, who only studied for half a year before running out to gain experience, and was gone for half a year. Master Roshi, don't be angry. We are back early as agreed. Hee. The Sun Wufei brothers had a playful look on their faces. Krillin heard the news and rushed in from outside. Boss, Goku, you are finally back. Hey? Krillin, you've gotten a lot stronger. Sun Wufi's expression changed. The strength of Krillin's energy was almost the same as Tao Peibei's. It was much stronger than when the two brothers left. How has this kid been training in the past 6 months? Hehe, that's right, I haven't been idle in the past 6 months. Krillin touched his nose proudly, I can already withstand 6 times the gravity. 6 times gravity? No wonder the chi has improved so much. It seems that Krillin has been practicing hard with the portable gravity bracelet for the past 6 months. His current strength might even be stronger than Master Roshi. Hey? Is this Master Roshi's chi? How come it has become so much stronger? Speaking of Master Roshi, Sun Gofei took a closer look and was suddenly a little surprised. Master Roshi is now much more powerful than when they left, and is even more powerful than Krillin. Chapter 25. Boss, I found that Master Wu Tian secretly took my portable gravity bracelet to practice every night. Is he afraid that we will be too powerful and surpass him, so that he will lose face? After dinner in the evening, Krillin whispered to Sun Gofei. Ah? Master Mutant is also practicing? No wonder I feel like his ki has gotten a lot stronger. Son Goku said in surprise. Angry? What's the anger? Krillin was stunned. Oh, and Krillin still doesn't know how to sense and manipulate chi. Sun Wufei rolled his eyes, thought for a while, and then explained the principle of chi to Krillin. I'll teach you how to control your chi in the next few days, so you don't get hurt in the world's #1 martial arts tournament. Sun Wufei said, although he knew very well that no powerful figures would appear in the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. That night, Master Roshi did not come to steal Krillin's portable gravity bracelet for practice as usual, probably because he did not want to be looked down upon by the Sun Gofei brothers. Over the next few days, Sun Gofei taught Krillin the control of ki and the flying technique. Krillin's aptitude had already been greatly improved by Sun Wufei, reaching the sky blue excellent level, which was far beyond that of ordinary earthlings, so it was not difficult for him to comprehend chi. As for Sun Wufei and Son Goku, they have been turning on their portable gravity bracelets these days, trying to adapt to higher gravity as much as possible. Finally, on the day before the world's #1 martial arts tournament, they had completely adapted to 10 times the gravity. This is also the limit of the portable gravity bracelet. If the gravity multiples are increased further, we must be in a gravity room. Taking a plane, Sun Gofei and others, led by Master Roshi, flew to the city where the world's #1 martial arts tournament was held and arrived at the venue. Crowds of people. In addition to martial arts masters from all over the country who came to participate in the competition, there were also spectators who came to watch the competition. After registering, there will be a preliminary round. 138 participants participated in the competition and were divided into 4 groups according to a draw. They competed in pairs and the winners advanced. Son Goku, Son Gofei and Krillin were all divided into different groups. Son Gofei was in the first group, Son Goku was in the second group, and Krillin was in the fourth group. In the first game, Sun Wufei played. The opponent was a muscular burly man, but in Sun Wufei's opinion, he was a weak guy with a weak outside. In this world's #1 martial arts conference, there are all kinds of people, and there are not many people that Sun Wufei can really look up to. Boy, you look like a small ant, and you dare to come to participate in the competition? Be careful or I will accidentally step on you to death. The muscular man yelled, looking at Sun Wufei with a squint. My fellow contestant, killing is prohibited in this competition. If you kill your opponent, you will be eliminated. The referee on the side reminded. I know. This is really troublesome. We have to be careful and don't really step on this guy to death, the muscular man muttered. Sun Wufei rolled his eyes. This idiot couldn't even see the difference in strength between the two sides. He really had no interest in competing at all. Let's make a quick decision. Can we start? Sun Wufei turned and looked at the referee. Okay, that's fine. The referee nodded. As soon as he finished speaking, Sun Wufei's figure disappeared and appeared behind the muscular man, with his finger touching his knee. Oh! The muscular man screamed, flew out of the ring, and fell heavily on the floor. I say, can we announce the result now? Sun Wufei looked at the stunned referee and scratched his ear. Player number 13 wins. The referee stared blankly at Sun Wufei jumping off the ring, he couldn't believe his eyes. How did this kid win? Soon, Son Goku also entered the fray and defeated his opponent just as easily. Only Krillin hasn't come yet. Can I win? Krillin was unsure. After all, we have been doing nothing but weight training for the past year, with little actual combat. Although Sun Wufei taught him to master Qi, is strength really determined by Qi? Don't worry, your strength is top-notch among everyone. It's just the preliminaries, there's nothing to be nervous about. Sun Wufei shrugged and comforted Krillin. Just at this moment. Hey! Isn't this Krillin? Suddenly, a mocking voice came from the side. Sun Wufei and his companions turned their heads and saw two monks in warrior monk uniforms walking towards them. It's really you, Krillin. It's been more than a year since you left Doran Temple crying, right? Are you here to participate in the world's #1 martial arts tournament as well? Krillin suddenly became nervous, with fear in his eyes. Yes, I signed up. Krillin, you really don't learn from your mistakes. Have you forgotten my advice to you? Come, let me see your number. Wow, you happen to be my opponent. What a fate. Krillin, I can have some fun with you later. Haha. Don't worry, I won't use too much force. Ha ha ha. The two walked away laughing. Sun Wufei looked at this scene and shook his head slightly. He didn't expect that Krillin would still fight against his senior brother, but the tall and thin senior brother was replaced by a fat senior brother. Krillin, who are they? That's too much. Son Goku stared at the two men's departing backs indignantly and asked Krillin. They are my senior brothers. They always bullied me when we were in Dolan Temple. It's over. They are going to be beaten again. Krillin's eyes were a little dull. They are just two minor characters, what's so great about them? Krillin, their energy is much weaker than yours. Sun Wufei patted Krillin on the shoulder, it's time to slap him in the face. Give that guy a lesson and see if he dares to look down on you again. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you're notified of future uploads. You can find the next parts in the playlist visible on the screen or on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.